A scrambly opening, predictably, and picked up for Essendon and driven forward by Neville Fields. It's up towards the right half-forward flank. But a whistle has gone, and it will be a free kick. As we just see that very, very crowded stand here at the MCG this afternoon. It really is a delightful day for football, and possibly it's more like beach weather than football weather. Free kick going Essendon's way. Essendon this quarter kicking towards the left of screen. Justin Madden's long kick up towards the centre half-forward position. Otway tries to get clear, gets grabbed, maybe a little bit too high, but umpire Rowan Saws has adjudicated it will be a ball up to take place at the Essendon centre half-forward position. Ground here in tip-top condition. Little training has been done on it so far in the year. Dunn can't get it out. Wood was there. He was named on the interchange bench, the former Richmond skipper. Jimmy Jessis at full-back. Goes towards the outer side of the ground, into the open spaces. A chance for Essendon captain Timmy Watson. Steadies, gets around Rioli, puts it in towards the goal square. Bandahara's there, can't take the mark. Plenty of Richmond defenders are down there. Rains. It comes out towards Eustace. Well smothered. And in comes Rains again. And the ball has gone over the boundary line, and it will be thrown in the forward pocket position at the minute-and-a-half mark of the first quarter.
It's about 50 metres around from the Bomber goal. No scorers yet. Of course, quite a few changes in numbers in the Bomber lineup. We see Eustace wearing number 19. Last year he was wearing 47, I think.
And Clark number 8 this year, Lou.
That's right. It'll be Dunn against big Justin Madden. Knocked out actually by Dunn that time, but the umpires found a free kick against Crow, and the free kick will go to Dunn there on that half-back flank position. Dunn, a very useful player, but does most of his best work in defence, but because of Lee out of the side, he's playing in the first ruck. There's Clout going for the defensive play there, puts the ball out of bounds from Walsh, and it'll be a throw-in from that centre wing position on the members' side. Beautiful day for football. And if you can't play well today on this magnificent ground, you'll never play football. Knocked out by Madden. Back it goes to Walsh. A hand pass coming out there now, and a long hand pass back out to the wide open spaces. Fields goes in pretty hard, but it's picked up by Landy. Good play on the part of the Richmond half-back. And a beautiful pass, and a mark to Waitman, and a bullet-like hand pass over to Rawlings. It's a long one up there to Roach. He flies, he's got it. What a beautiful mark, and a beautiful bit of play on the part of the Tigers.
Well, it was made to order for Roach. It was high. Roach's tall frame stretched up and dragged it down.
And there's no doubt about Dale Waitman. When he gives a hand pass, it stays there, right in the middle of the breadbasket. So we're waiting now for Roach from about 12 metres out from goal to put Richmond's first score on the board, directly in front. Michael Roach. And there's no doubt about that. It's right through the middle. So the first score going to the Tigers. 1 goal, 6 points to Essendon yet to score. Watch it in replay, and this hand pass of Waitman, always on the job, and a beautiful bit of play on the part of Rawlings. Lobbed it up in the air to give Roach the sit, and of course there was no doubt about the result.
Richmond, of course, have a double-pronged attack today with Taylor and Roach. Back into the centre. Dunn, or actually missed that, but it goes to Rawlings. A little short kick just past the square, looking for Waitman. Tapped on by Bartlett. Walsh, got one high, ridden into the ground, free kick. Likewise, Walsh was named as one of the interchange players for Essendon. He's gone for a hand pass. It's a poor one. Wiley has the front running from Folds. Back to Wood. Rioli's there. Gets the handball. Back to Wiley. There's a free kick. A Richmond player's flattened, but it's play on, says the umpire. Wiley screaming into goal. Fires, puts it through. It's a goal. Richmond second. The Tigers are late in the first quarter.
It was rather distracting to the Essendon players, but the umpire blew the whistle, called play back, and of course when they were all off guard, watch this in replay now. There's the hand pass coming out, and of course he's grabbed too high by Carey.
That's the free kick.
And the players all stopped from the Bomberland, and of course he's even stopped himself, and of course this put them off guard. He had no worries at all running into an open goal.
Sevens big league from the Melbourne Cricket Ground. 2 straight goals to Richmond in the first quarter, and what a fantastic opening. Taken away by Watson for Essendon, up towards left half forward. Jess, Bandahar, over to Crow. Good handball from Essendon, and they're driven forward up towards the left half forward flank. Jess again. Back towards the boundary line, and in fact it's over the boundary line for a throw-in, almost on the centre wing position.
Out of bounds, up towards the centre wing position. The Tigers up to a great start. They've only played, 5 minutes, and they're 2 goals on the board to Essendon yet to score. Knocked out by Madden, picked up by Wiley, doing pretty well at the moment, but it's early days as the ball goes out of bounds on the centre wing position. A capacity housey today. When I say a capacity house, it'll fill up any other stadium in the world just about.
Well, all the seats are gone, Lou. There's not much doubt of that.
Ball back into play again, round about the 90,000 mark. Ball back there to Wiley again, a long hand pass to the open spaces. There's Carey going up. That's Andrews' disciple. He'll have a bit to do today. Now that Ron Andrews is out the side, there'll be a free kick, and I think it may go to Carey. He doesn't run through brick walls, this guy. He walks through them. The ball kicked back there towards the centre wing position. Van der Haar flies. Knocked down there to Malthouse. Oh, he slipped, but got it out. The umpire said he was grabbed by the foot by Van der Haar, and the Flying Dutchman loses a free kick there. Ball across there to centre half forward. Roach in front. Got one hand to it. Couldn't hold the mark. It's knocked out to Rioli. And finally a hand pass to Waitman out to Cloak. He had a fresh air shot. Bartlett can't pick it up. Stonham's there too for Essendon. There'll be a ball up about 45 metres out from the Richmond goal. The Tigers are 2 goals, 12 points to the Bombers yet to score. 7 minutes gone of the first quarter. Umpire said a free kick against Cloak. It'll go to Justin Madden.
Well, he was a beanstalk last year, but a very good ruckman in 1982. Left half forward for Essendon. Van der Haar flies. Jess is right there with him. That could be a good duel for the remainder of the afternoon. Fields loses it just as quickly as Otway picks it up. From the circle to half forward for Essendon. Madden in front. Has it knocked away from him. Taken away for Richmond and driven around by Strong towards the boundary line. Out of bounds on the full, and the penalty will be going to Essendon to be taken by Hawker. Brian Wood standing on the mark as Hawker takes the free kick. It's a long way from goal, but should be able to land it almost in the 10-metre square. Glenn Hawker looks for a big mark. Van der Haar's there with Jess. Kane gets grabbed well by Crow. Ooh, free kick to Essendon.
And Sutton.
Well, he had his hands kicked off, Copping.
Of course, Sutton is the replacement for Martello that couldn't play on this side. And in the Bomber lineup, Neagle's out of the team, replaced by Fields.
Not a bad sort of a replacement. I think he's only played about 2 or 3 games since he transferred back to Essendon from South Melbourne. Copping directly in front of goal. Essendon's first coming up, I would reckon. No mistake about that. Copping brings up 2 flags, and it's 2 goals to 1 at the MCG in the match of the day.
And we're at the 8.5-minute mark of the first quarter. There's the crowd. And by golly, it is a crowd today.
It speaks volumes, Lou, for playing the match of the day at either VFL Park or the MCG, doesn't it?
Noted about that, Pete. So we're back to the centre again, and we're waiting for the ball to come back. Wouldn't be hard to lose one today, I'll tell you that now. But the umpires have found it. The MCG looks in perfect condition, Peter, doesn't it?
As I said, Lou, not too much training has been done on the ground. In fact, even a couple of brown patches from the magnificent weather we've been having in Melbourne of late, and especially over Easter.
It's Madden against Dunn. Of course, Dunn's got a big job against this big tall guy, and he gets the knockout. Madden going through his Wood. Beautiful play by the ex-skipper of Richmond. A long kick out towards their half-forward line. Finally picked up by Clark. Not a good kick. It goes towards the boundary line. It'll be out of bounds. Out of bounds. I think Clark wore number 39 last year, wearing number 8 today. And a pretty serviceable player too, when you come to think of the fact that he had a pretty serious illness a couple of years ago. Finally knocked out by Clark again. He got one in the back, and Clark will take the free kick at half back. Clark's kick falls a bit short. It's off the side of the boot, and a good mark there to Landy. A long hand pass, but a dangerous one. Put Waitman under tremendous pressure. And there's the ball, hand pass back again by Walsh, and he's a strong player. Over to Rioli, Mr. Magic himself. He can't pick it up, but now he's got it. And look at this fella go. That kick was smothered by Otway that time, pushed out by Wood. Going after his fouls. There's a go now for Richmond's Rollings. A hand pass to Walsh. Back there it goes towards Waitman. He couldn't pick it up. Now Rioli going around the boundary line. He fires. Look at he's done with it. What a goal by Rioli. And there he is, Mr. Magic himself. What a bit of football. And that's what they call stardom, Peter. Star football. 3 goals, 18 points Richmond to Essendon, 1 goal, 6 points.
There was persistence plus. Let's look at Rioli. He had it and lost it about 3 times. That one was smothered. And you'll see Rioli eventually pick it up close to the boundary line. Wiley. Waitman missed that handball from Welsh, and here's Rioli coming in along the boundary line and puts it through for a goal. free kick to start proceedings again from the centre bounce. Stoneham, free kick going Essendon's way. Terry Danaher will be the recipient. Danaher at centre half back. His brother Neil, the captain, is out of the side. He'll be back in a couple of weeks. The Bombers fans will be glad to see him back once more. Rains. Let's see who can get there first. It's Rowlings, short along the boundary line, and in fact it will be over the boundary line in the forward pocket for Richmond, who have been doing most of the attacking so far in the first quarter in our match of the day. I believe conditions pretty well right throughout Australia. Ideal today, and certainly the Melbourne fans supporting this match. Over 80,000 here. Rioli again. Clark on the bottom of the pack. The handball comes out to Bahaja. Well caught by Wiley. Taken by Copping. Eustace. Free kick in the meantime for a throw, says the umpire. And that will mean a free kick going Richmond's way. It will be taken by Mr. Magic, as Lou called him. Play on, says umpire Rowan Saws. Rioli does just that. Looking for Taylor. It's over their heads. Terry Danaher's there. Oops-a-daisy, missed it. Bartlett calling for it in the goal square, but it goes to Stoneham. Well caught by Bartlett. Age no barrier. Duckworth, right half-back flank. Long kick in towards the centre wing position. Malthouse in front. Can't take the mark. It's an Essendon grab, I think. No, the umpire says play on. Landy tackles well. It will be a 15-metre penalty. It's Essendon's kick. Otway. Getting underneath it, Dunn. Vanderhaaf lies with him. A big pack sets itself. Down it comes towards Mervyn Kane again, getting the Tigers out of the danger zone. Up towards the centre wing position, where it's picked up by Welsh.
Welsh gets around his opponent very easily for Harjar that time. It wasn't a good pass, but it went to Wood okay at half forward. Looking up there towards Roach. He comes up, but well smothered that time by Clark. Well, the Bombers are under plenty of pressure at the moment. They can't get it over their half forward line. There's a chance for Madden to take the mark, and Justin Madden grabs the mark after copping one from Dunn. Left hand pass back to Fowles. Fowles hooks the ball back towards centre half forward. The back is Kane. Ball punched out again by Strawn. Grabbed by Welsh, doing pretty well for Richmond. Back towards Clark and Rain. Waitman neither can take the mark. In goes Carey under plenty of trouble. There's Rioli trying to spin it to the back. Lost sight of it that time. Finally picked up by Watson. Grabbed by Rioli. Finally kicked up there by Carey. Jimmy Jess all the way. Too good for Vanderhaar. A quick hand pass over to Wiley. Down there in the back pocket. The Tigers are away. And there's a good mark taken there by little Otway. Quickly plays on. The ex-West Australian lobs it in the goal square. And touched right on the line by Sutton. Sutton a replacement for Martello. So the score at the moment is Richmond 3 goals, 18 points to Essendon 1 goal, 7 points. And we're about 8.5 minutes into this, 12.5 minutes, I should say, into this first quarter. Waiting for the ball to come back into play. Out he goes to the members' side. Well, they all missed that. They all tried to have a punch. Finally comes out of Justin Madden, goes for the boundary line. I think he got one across the face that time. It could have been a free kick, but the umpire was on the wrong side. So it'll be a throw in from that Essendon half forward line, about 60 metres around from their goal. Umpires found a free kick against Dunn. That's the second one that he cops now at half forward. Got a chance to really send them deep into attack. Not a great kick for a big fellow. It falls a bit short. The pack fly. Crow got up high, couldn't hold the mark. A snap by Hawker. But the Bombers are off target and it goes through for 1 point. So it's Essendon 1 goal, 8 points to Richmond 3 straight kicks for goal, 18 points.
10 points the difference in the first quarter as Daryl Sutton drives the ball back into play. Towards the outer side, looking for Emmett Dunn, who can't take the mark. Going through Otway. Handball, Justin Madden, that's the short to the long of it. Justin Madden's long kick, sailing through for a goal. 4 points. That was a better kick by the big guy. Look at that for a size difference. He towers over just about everybody, Justin Madden, and bringing up 2 flags for the Bombers. Let's take a look at it in replay. Madden's first goal, the Bombers' second.
Nearly a mark to Dunn, but didn't hang on to it long enough under this new interpretation. Little Otway gets a good hand pass. That was a left foot kick, and it covered a bit of distance for the big fellow, and Sutton couldn't get it in time.
We're 15 minutes into the first quarter at the MCG. Knocked down to Essendon, taken away by Fields. Fields kick up towards the half-forward position. Madden and Sutton again. Good tap on by Madden, but it's a free kick going Richmond's way, and it will be taken by Daryl Sutton at centre half back. Sutton's gone for the handball. That's effective. Malthouse, they're combining well. Up towards the square, open territory. Who can get there first? It could be a free kick, I think. It is a free kick going which way?
Going to Clark, and Clark takes that free kick on the wing position. A long kick over centre half forward. Punched out by Jess into the hands of Eustace. A bad kick back and a mark taken there by Jess. Jeff's got the mark out there on that. Finally it's picked up by Eustace over to Watson. His kick is smothered. Back it comes to Eustace again. He goes down. Rains is in the thick of things there. Couldn't get clear. And the umpire will ball it up on Richmond's half-back line. Well, you can say the Bombers half-forward line, about 50 metres out from their goal. Knocked out by Dunn that time. Went between Landy's legs. That allowed Vanderhart to have a long shot up there towards Simon Madden. Sutton and Madden having a battle there. Back to Jess again, doing pretty well in defence. But that was a bad kicker. Hawker's only got to pick it up and break clear. Now he's right, he fires, he's put it through for 1 point. So it's Essendon 2 goals, 3-15 to Richmond 3 goals, 18 points. And we're 17 minutes into this first quarter. Ball back out there towards the wing position. Dunn on his own takes an easy mark. Players seem to be slowing down a bit. Must be pretty warm out there as we see a short pass over there to Rawlings. Looking there for Roach. He's got a chance now, but backing out. Oh, there's a go. Bad mistake by Duckworth. A snap for goal by Taylor. Had a million. Well, had a big chance that time, but was off target and put the Tigers on the board for 1 point for the first time. So they're 3 goals, 1-19 to Essendon 2-3-15.
Yes, well, that fumble by Taylor was crucial there. Otherwise, I think he might have dobbed that one. However, it wasn't to be. Off the hands of the pack, going Essendon's way. Folds to the right half forward flank for Essendon. Plenty of Bomber players there, and the mark is taken by Glenn Hawker. Hawker at the right half forward flank. A long way from goal, nevertheless. Just on the point of the square, quite out towards the flank. He reckons he can just about kick it though. He'll be 50 metres out. Let's see how he goes. Going to favour the drop punt, which might gain him accuracy but lose a little bit of distance. That's not bad. That's a beautiful kick from Glenn Hawker with 50 metres. And so Essendon hit the front. 3 goals, 3-21 to Richmond 3-1-19.
Well, let's hope, Pete, there's going to be a ding-dong struggle like this all day, because both these sides have got the talent to put this sort of football on, plus the fact they're both undefeated up to this stage of the year.
Both below strength, as you mentioned, Lou. Essendon without Andrews, and of course Richmond without Lee, so that would just about cancel it out.
That's right. There we see little Dale Waitman, a very dangerous player, particularly with his hand passing.
Two points the difference in the first quarter, which has been going some 18.5 minutes as the ball has bounced again, and once more we have a centre bounce infringement, and again it will be a free kick to Essendon, to Richmond. The free kick to be taken by Emmett Dunn. So that's twice this quarter that Essendon have infringed. They'll draw Essendon down there, and the mark is taken by Terry Danaher. Danaher plus a 15-metre penalty brings him up just about to the edge of the square. Jess with the big punch from behind. Past Mervyn Kane. Waitman, good handball again to Rains. The Tigers are alight now. A classy player, Rains, puts it high for Roach or Taylor. Into the goal square it comes, and knocked through by Terry Danaher for 1 point. And that takes the scoreboard now in the first quarter to 3-2 to 3-3. It's 1 point the difference.
1 point the difference as we wait now for the ball to come back into play by Stoneham. A little short kick gives him a bit of a start. Drives the ball out to the outer side. Good mark to Dunn, and he's doing a pretty good job against the big Maddens too. There's the kick by Dunn up there towards the full forward zone. Taylor in front, tries to smother the ball. Now he's clear, a hurried shot for goal. But once again, Taylor's off target and through for 1 point. So it's scores dead level. 3 goals, 3 apiece. Of course, Taylor playing in the forward pocket. Not his normal role. I think he's a natural full forward. So you've got 2 full forwards playing alongside each other in Roach and Taylor. Let's hope they don't spoil each other for the Tigers' sake. Danaher, ball back into play. Out there towards Wood, got the front pass. He's nearly got the mark. He get a free kick at any rate. Free kick against Fowles, got him on the back of the head. And a chance now for Wood to score a goal. He's only about 35 to 40 metres out. Great player for Richmond.
Former captain.
Former captain. He's played 199 games. Next week will be his 200. That's if he's lucky enough to be picked, providing the Tigers win. Funny things happen when you lose. It doesn't matter if you played 3,000 games. They can drop anyone. Waiting now for Wood to fire at the goals. Off target. Roach got under that, and of course Danaher let it float through, and it's another point. The Tigers have hit the front. They're 3 goals for 22 to Essendon 3-3-21, and we're about 21 and a half minutes into this first quarter. As Simon Madden getting the kick, it falls short, but it's okay. Marked here that time by Bahaja out there on the centre wing position. Could have been a 15-metre penalty. It is. This brings him down over the wing position, so he drives it well over centre half forward. The back there was Sutton going for the big punch. There's the danger player. Hawker firing for the goal, and he's put it through again. For goal number 2, and the Bombers have hit the front again. 4 goals, 3-27 Essendon to Richmond 3-4-22.
Well, Glenn Hawker bringing up his second goal. The other one was a deliberate shot. Let's watch how that happened again. Bahaja down towards the half-forward line. Knocked away by Sutton. Welsh couldn't pick up his man, and through it goes for full points. Great kicking for goal by Glenn Hawker. A snapshot and a deliberate one. And that's how the MCG scoreboard saw it as well. 21 and a half minutes gone, first quarter. Knocked down by Simon Madden. Fields to half forward for Essendon, knocked away by Strawn. Hawker maybe again. Bahaja backs up. Malthouse gets there first, but Bahaja is still there. It's a trip and a 15-metre penalty going Richmond's way. Kick now to be taken on the centre wing position on the outer side. Michael Malthouse. Now it's another 15-metre penalty because Otway went over the mark this time. Play on. Malthouse does. Half forward. Out they come. Roach loses it. Bartlett's there. He hasn't had a touch so far. Free kick to Richmond. Yes, sir.
But don't write Bartlett off. He can go like that for 2.5 quarters.
Oh, yes.
Sudden kick 4 goals. Pete, couldn't he?
I wasn't
I know you weren't,
writing him off. Bartlett doesn't need many kicks to be a really damaging player. If he gets 4 kicks, quite often they're 4 goals. And Roach could kick this. Just because he's inside the square. No drawback to this guy. Drop punt on its way, off target. And I certainly put the kibosh on him there because it's out of bounds on the full, and Duckworth to take the penalty free kick. Right in the back pocket, another new player on the Essendon side this year. Not the longest of kicks. Terry Danaher misread the flight of the ball, so too did Fields. Rains at the back, could have infringed. The umpire says no. In the meantime, it gets driven out towards the centre wing position on the full, out of bounds. And it will be a free kick to Richmond again. Welsh, number 31, a former Hawthorn player, takes the free kick looking for Cloak. Knocked away by Walsh, and effectively Cloak's been fairly quiet. In fact, hasn't had a kick so far. Then again, I wouldn't write him off either. Let's see how he goes in the knockout. Loses it to Madden. Bartlett can't get near it either. Now he will, if it doesn't go over the boundary line. It has. I don't know whether we put that down as a kick to Bartlett. He got boot to ball, but whether it was over the line, I think it may have been.
24 minutes gone of the first quarter. The ball out of bounds. On that Richmond half-forward line, about 65 metres around from their goal. The Bombers in front. 27 points to Richmond 22. We said before, a very big crowd, round about the 90,000 mark, I would say. Ball hits the deck, pushed out there to Stoneham, a hurried kick out wide. Finally knocked away from Fields by Rains, and the ball is out of bounds. This time it's up towards the Bomber half-forward line. Still a good distance around from their goal. They're going to be pretty tired, these two sides, because it's very, very hot out there indeed. Round about the 26-degree mark. Knocked out by Madden. A bit of overhead football that time as it punched away by Fields. Again, not a good knockout. Players not making much progress. Finally, Bartlett drives it back towards Cloak and Walsh. Cloak in front. Oh, he's got one in the back and get a free kick. Umpires call play on again. And it's a hand pass from Wiley over to Rains. Oh, nearly a push in the back that time to Duckworth. But it's through for 1 point. Taylor gave him a bit of a shove. There's no doubt about that. You can see that quite plainly on screen.
It was a free kick, Lou.
So at any rate, the score now is 23 points Richmond to Essendon 27. Ball back into play again. And Carey took that one unattended that time. Having a bit of a wrestle there with Landy. Pretty tough character, this boy, as we mentioned before. Back it goes to Van der Haar and Jess. He flew up before acceptance that time. Van der Haar's Rioli, Mr. Magic. Oh, he missed one that time. Nearly got one from Fields. Kicked out by Eustace. Back there to Watson. He don't drop him. He's off like a rocket too, and a good hand pass. Coming over there to little Otway, and a goal. No, is it a goal? It may be. Yes, a goal. Good play on the part of Watson, and good anticipation on the little part of the little rover Otway that time. So it's 5-3, 33 Essendon to Richmond 3-5. Watch it in replay. 10 points the difference. There it goes. Van der Haag too early. Wiley couldn't get it clear. Bit of a fumble. Eustace finally gets a hurried kick out to Watson. Watch him grab this one. No worrying about his mates. He gets onto his feet quickly. A beautiful hand pass over little Otway and a goal.
Bounced down at the 26-minute mark of the first quarter. 5-3 to 3-5 in favour of the Bombers. Van der Haar and Jess with Max Crow. Jess again, first to recover. To Kane. Wide towards the member stand flank. The kick from Mervyn Kane into the open spaces. Landy will be first to get there. Long handball, in fact too long for Rains. Puts him right under the hammer. The chance was for Clark or Eustace. It's out of bounds, and it will be a free kick because it was off the boot, and it will be going Richmond's way. Graham Landy to take it at centre wing. Play on. Underneath is Bartlett, knocked down by Cloak. Bartlett picks it up. That his first effective kick in towards the goal square. Taylor, and knocked through effectively for Essendon by Duckworth, one behind.
Not taking any chances, Duckworth, Pete, is he?
Doing a good job. 24 to 33 is the score. As we await the kick out from fullback. Plenty of distance in that. Roach flies, two hands to it. Back up from Dunn, who tries to get it out to Rawlings, not successful. Copping. Terry Danaher comes in for the assist, not successful again, a ball up.
Pete, the Tigers have kicked 6 straight points.
Yeah, they started off with their right kicking boots. I think they had 2 on the board, 2 straight. As we await the bounce down, Emmett Dunn over the top of Madden, could have infringed and has done. It will be a free to Simon Madden, a former Essendon captain. He led the side last year, of course. Looks for Carey. Oh, fumble. He gets out of it. Rioli. Fields. High to half forward. Bahaja hasn't the height. Jess has. Gets Scragg. Maybe in the back. Umpire says no free kick forthcoming. Richmond doing it well. Kane. Ball driven out of the danger zone by Strawn. In fact, it's a long kick up towards the full forward zone. Plenty of Essendon players are there. Terry Danaher, one of them. Tries to get it out towards the boundary line. Bartlett gets there first. Here's danger for Essendon. Oh, Bartlett Scragg. Walsh. Up towards the centre wing position again. Eustace. Gets it into the open. Strawn. Well played. Puts it into attack again. That's a good mark to Walsh, and he takes that at centre half back.
I suppose that infringement, of what appeared to be an infringement to Bartlett, would certainly create some controversy as the ball goes back there towards the centre of the ground. Landy flew high. Good mark to Copping. But the wrong hand pass to Rawlings. Back there towards Cloak and Walsh, and Cloak's got him outmanoeuvred him. Stuck the old backside into his tummy, and of course the young, inexperienced player fell for the trap. Now Cloak's got a chance to score his first goal. I think it's his first kick for the match. And we're at the 28.5-minute mark of the first quarter. 3-6 Richmond to Essendon 5-3. Kick by Cloak is off target, so that's 7 points in a row they've kicked. 3 goals, 7, 25 Richmond to Essendon 5-3, 33. So the Tigers having most of the play, but not kicking accurately enough. Ball back into play by Duckworth. Out there towards that half-back line. Pushed away by Simon Madden. Back to Rawlings again. Bit of sidestepping. Finally gets a long kick back there towards Cloak again. He's got another one. He's outmanoeuvred Walsh for the second time within about 30 seconds. So Cloak's only about 30 metres out and directly in front. He wouldn't want to miss this one because they've already kicked 7 behinds in a row. David Cloak, one of the best centre-half forwards, if not the best centre-half forward in the league, and now skipper of the Tigers. Taking his time, doing up his boot. There's Eustace having a drink, and I don't blame him either. I wouldn't mind having one myself, Pete.
We'll order a couple of quarter times.
Okay, mate. Waiting for the kick from Cloak. That's a better one, I think. He may have put this one through. Yes, he has. So it's 4 goals, 8 31 Richmond to Essendon 5-3. There's the replay. 33, it's 4-7 I should say. There is replay. Once again, Cloak outmanoeuvring his opponent. Well, actually, Walsh got under that one, had no idea of siding it, and an easy goal for Cloak. Back to the centre again. Into the time-on period by about 6 minutes. So this quarter's just about over. Up she goes. Madden, that's Justin Madden getting a knockout. Back there it goes again to Copping. Couldn't get clear. Nearly a free kick to Richmond. We see Wood drive the ball back there towards centre half forward. Once again, it's Cloak. I think he got his first kick about the 27-minute mark. He gives a quick hand pass over there to Waitman, but he's off target. It's out of bounds. He should have gone back for a shot.
Yes, maybe within kicking distance.
I would have gone back.
But still, you're greedy.
That's right. Well, it's better to be safe and sure than take a chance.
So we wait the kick out from full-back, or from adjacent to the point post, being a penalty-free kick. Just about siren time in the first term. Ball driven around towards Cloak again. It's knocked away by Walsh. Rains on the boundary to Bartlett. Here's danger for Essendon. Bartlett has a shot. Across goals. Taylor in front. Taken by Duckworth. Well played. Chip, was he? Yes, I think so. And almost a 15-metre penalty as Taylor tried to pick him up. He's having plenty of trouble gaining his footing.
Touch of the staggers. 2
points the difference in favour of Essendon. It's on centre wing. Crow underneath it. No, he's not. Good mark. Max Crow. Play on. Can Essendon get a score before the siren goes? Van der Haar and Jess, they both missed it. Simon Madden knocks it down, taken by Eustace. Danger for Richmond. Eustace has a flying shot at the goals. Out of bounds, and to throw it in the forward pocket for the Bombers. A very long first quarter. It's been in progress some 32 and a quarter minutes. Plenty of goals have been kicked. A great start to the match. And as we await this throw in, Emmett Dunn and Simon Madden. Madden.
No.
Bahaja can't get clear of Malthouse. Well tackled.
Too high.
On the shoulder. Oh, interesting. I thought that was a good tackle.
I reckon he might have got him too high, Pete.
Well, that has certainly provoked a lot of argument in the crowd.
There it is in replay. You watch him come through, little Bahaja. There he is. Oh, he's got him right around the top of the shoulder. Look.
Well, I still dispute that. I thought he tackled him fairly well. I thought he got him just on the arms. Anyway. The crowd didn't agree with it. The Richmond supporters, obviously. Essendon won.
More so the umpire didn't know that, did they?
That's right. That's the important thing. Bahaja, 12 metres out. Oh, what's he done with that one? It's a goal. So Tony Bahaja bringing up 2 flags as the siren goes to end the first quarter. And the score's in favour of Essendon. 8 points the difference at the MCG before huge crowd this afternoon under ideal conditions. Justin Madden gets another tap out, so that makes 13-3 so far in the match. Rioli, long handball up towards the point of the square. Rollings, kick smothered. Watson, not so. Up towards the half-forward line for the Bombers, and a good mark taken by Hawker. Kick number 6 coming up for Hawker if he decides to do just that. He has. Pass isn't as long as it should have been. Intended for Max Crow, of course. His opposite 31 is Welsh. Ball driven out of the danger zone by Strawn. Up towards the centre wing position. Carey, good mark.
Pushing it back to Rioli.
Well, Rioli, his opposite number 17, has the free kick. Waitman at centre field, loses it to Clark. And picked up by Neville Fields. That's kick number 5 for him. Up towards the half-forward line. The Bombers are alight here. Watson, a long shot at goal. It's sailing goalwards and through for 4 points. Great start to the second quarter for Essendon. Timmy Watson, 100 games and his first goal on the board here this afternoon.
Bad mistake to Richmond on the part of Rioli. Gave a hand pass out there too long for Waitman. Of course, they got clear. And there's a beautiful pass to Watson. And there's the long shot. Give young Watson an opportunity. Takes every inch of it.
We're 1.5 minutes now into the second quarter of the MCG. That goal, certainly a great start for the quarter by Essendon as umpire Kevin Smith puts the ball down. Dunn losing it once again to Justin Madden and picked up by Watson again.
Watson sent him to attack. There's a chance now for Van der Haar to tap it over. Strawn couldn't grab that when he goes after. Welsh is there. Fumbles the ball. Right on his back there is Madden. Finally, it's out wide to Landy. Landy goes for a short pass and Rollins takes the mark. Rollins short of centre field, down towards half-back, doing a bit of balking there, gets clear, goes for a pass, it's a beauty, finds Wiley in position, another hand pass coming over to Kane, he better kick it, he does, A long shot up there towards. Oh, it's a goal. I think it might have gone through. No, it was touched that time by Duckworth.
Or Taylor, was it?
Might have been Taylor. I'm not quite sure about that, but 4-8. 32 Richmond to Essendon 7-3 45. Ball back into play again. Still a very close game. The back of Strawn goes for the punch. Picked up by Carey. A short kick. Watson comes in, gets away easily from Landy. Beautiful play. Another long kick up there towards Simon Madden, getting ready for the sit, but outmanoeuvred that time by Sutton. Sutton replacement for Martello. The ball out wide to Raines. Been a very quiet play today. That's kick number 3 for him. Gets the ball out to Rollings on his own. If he doesn't hurry up, it'll go out of bounds. Now he's got it around the boundary line. Gets around Copping pretty easily. Kicks it up there towards Taylor. Taylor and Duckworth both go for Taylor. Got his hands with, but Duckworth once again knocked to the ground, and that allowed Stoner to get it through for a point. So as Peter said before, he's doing a pretty good job on Taylor. 4-9-33 Richmond to Essendon 7-3 45. And we're about 3 minutes into this second quarter. The ball back into play again. Punched away by Dunn. Knocked away by Kane. Oh, beautiful sidestep. He's a very good play for the Tigers, this guy. Up she goes towards the full forward position. Roach dropped an easy mark that time. Duckworth doesn't take a chance. Kicks it along the ground. Coming out to meet it is Fowles. Roach ran into him and down went Fowles. Picked up by Bartlett. The snap towards the goals. Well smothered that time by Clark and through for another point. So the Tigers not on the target at the moment. They could be throwing this game away with bad kicking.
Makes the difference 11 points in favour of Essendon as the ball is driven back into play towards the member stand side, and that's a fine mark to Big Max Crow. Free kick, is it? Going to Cloak. Kick number 3 coming up for David Cloak. Or is it a kick to Strawn? It'll be Strawn's kick. Left half forward. Into the square. It's all Essendon. Richmond players standing down. Stone and fine mark. They watched each other. Straight up the ground. Not a great kick distance-wise. Off the hands of the pack. Who can get there first? It may be Michael Roach. Plenty of opposition from Folds. Out of bounds in the forward pocket, about 35 metres around from the behind post. Huge crowd. Great weather conditions here in Melbourne. Fine football so far with the Tigers, although a little bit off target. Cloak out towards Rioli, who's been a little bit quiet. Nowhere to go. Can't get clear. Couldn't see daylight. Wood. High towards Taylor. Taylor has the sit. Couldn't complete the grab. Just got his hands to it. Wiley. Clark on his hammer. Goal! Superb goal. That's one of the goals of the match today. Robert Wiley bringing up 2 flags for the Tigers. His second. They come within 5 points. 5-10, 40. Essendon 7-3, 45. In replay. Wood high. Looking for Taylor in front. Just touched it. Now watch Wiley. The speed to get away from Clark. Hooks it back in, and a superb goal to bring Richmond within 5 points. 5 1/4 minutes have got in the second term from the MCG. Knocked down by Emmett Dunn. Essendon go back into attack through Timmy Watson.
Over their centre half forward, that's Vanderhaar. Back to Hawker again. A good hand pass out to Copping. This is dangerous. Oh, what a shocking kick by the ex-South Australian. And through for a point. Could have run another 10 metres. Mr. Sitter, maybe the Bombers' turn now. Running on the ball to come back into play. 40 points Richmond to Essendon 46. A goal the difference. I think this is how the game's going to go all day. 2 sides undefeated so far this year as the ball goes back into play by Sutton. Madden and Dunn. Madden knocked it down, finally picked up by Fields, driven up back towards the full forward zone. Punched away by Copping. There's a chance for Bahajo, intercepted by Hawker. He's a dangerous player today, I'll tell you that now. He's hooked it back. Strawn got his hands, went for the punch. Out it goes towards that forward pocket position. Landy couldn't get there in time, and it's out of bounds. Out of bounds about 20 metres around from the Essendon goal. There's 7-4-46 to Richmond 5-10-40. About 7.5 minutes gone of the second quarter. Simon Madden knocks it out. Down goes Hawker again. Not much chance of getting away from those 2 Tigers, and the umpire will ball it up again about 40 metres out from the Bomber goal. Knocked out. Finally, another snap for goal by Hawker up there towards the full forward position. Punch to the ground again, backing up well as Waverley. Got a bit of a slip up then. Finally forces the ball out looking for Rawlings. He overruns it. It's on the boundary line. Everybody's fumbling down there. Plenty of pressure applied by both sides. It'll be against Hawker. And the free kick will go to Rawlings down there in a back pocket position for the Tigers.
Yes, and what a fumbling down there. And that will be a 15-metre penalty. But the tackling has been pretty good today. Fowler just about to come on for Essendon. And he replaces Copping. Ball up towards the centre wing position, or towards the point of the square. Malthouse got a heavy one. Knock on by Vanderhaar. Fields and Watson. Watson loses it ultimately. Otway's in there, so too is his Essendon teammate in Eustace. And they're going in very solidly. Umpire Rowan Saws letting it go, but now decides to ball it up. And the ball up directly in front of goal, about 35 metres out from the scoring area. 42-46 in favour of Essendon. Knocked down by Crow. Bahaja. To Folds. Going close. That's almost a goal. In fact, it's through. Folds' first goal. And Essendon go further ahead. Let's watch it in replay. The bounce down. Max Crow. And watch the kick from Folds, puts it high towards the goal square, and it sails through for full points. On Sevens Big League at the 8.5-minute mark now of the second quarter. Essendon leading by 2 goals after that major from Gary Folds. Knocked down again by Justin Madden. He's doing a fine job. Fields up towards the right half-forward flank again. Welsh spills the mark in front of Copping. Or Fowler, is it? Hawker get it right the third time. Free kick going to Peter Welsh against Hawker, who's been one of Essendon's best. An attempted trip, not successful. Welsh really in the wars. The umpire says play on. Bahaja. Pro couldn't take it. Got one too high. Looks for the free kick. None forthcoming. In the meantime, back to Vanderhaar, who appeared to be off. Stopped just in time. And Paul Vanderhaar could kick this. A long way out from goal. Let's see what he's done with it. Jess flies. I don't think anybody touched that, but it was inaccurate anyway, and through for one behind to make the difference 13 points. As we check the score, it's Richmond 5-10, Essendon 8-5.
13 points the difference. Approaching the 10-minute mark of the second quarter. Jess brings the ball back into play. A long kick over there towards centre half forward, punched on by Rain. So the open space is no one within Gooey. Coming into meters, Clark overrun the ball. So did Watson. This gives Range a chance. He was grabbed. Didn't have it, knocks it out wide there to Kane. Kane gets it back to Rains again. A long kick up there looking for Taylor and Roach. Bartlett comes in with Stoneham and the ball is out of bounds. Out of bounds about, 25 metres around from the Richmond goal. They're trailing by 13 points at the moment. Waiting now for the ball to come back into play. It'll be Cloak and Justin Madden to go for the knockout. Well, Madden got it down there to Otway, finally over there to Clark again, a high kick back. Good mark to Landy. Beautiful mark. Out, what's happened here? He's got to get the mark.
Sure.
He's going the wrong way, the umpire, for the 15-metre penalty. But still, he's corrected that. He's corrected, I don't know whether Landy's awake up to or not. He went the wrong way, but that's fair enough.
They will make mistakes.
Yeah, of course they do. This gives Landy a chance to score because he's only about 25 metres out, and the Tigers are trailing by 13 points. And at about that one, it's a goal to the Tigers. So, 6 goals, 10-46, Richmond to Essendon 8-5, 53, a difference of 7 points. Waiting for this replay. You'll see the ball knocked out by Madden. Comes out to Otway. It's finally driven up there to Landy to take the mark. A good mark. Now you watch the umpire go the wrong way. That's if we've got him on screen.
Back into the centre at the 11.5-minute mark of the second quarter. 46-53, favouring Essendon still. A great game of football on Sevens Big League. Rioli can't get there. Taken away for Essendon by little Bahaja. Gives it down to Grant Fowler. Fowler's kick up towards Madden. Jess, Madden off the ground. Vanderhaar's there, but it just rolls through for a behind before he can pick it up. And that takes Essendon along to, on the scoreboard, 8-6-54. Richmond 6-10-46. So it's 8 points the difference as we wait the ball to be driven back into play by Sutton. towards the outer side of the ground. Justin Madden in front. Getting grabbed very solidly was Eustace. In fact, it may have been a little bit too high. Or was it going Richmond's way? Rioli to Wiley. Over the head of Jess. No, the big arm stretched it up and dragged it in. Looks for Cloak at the back as Roach. Bartlett rows it superbly. Flying shot at goal. Full points to little Bartlett. What a great player he is. Bartlett's first goal. He doesn't need many kicks. And Richmond come back very quickly. The scores now. Sevens big lead from the MCG. Richmond 7-10-52, trailing Essendon 8-6-54.
2 points the difference. What's the way that Bartlett takes this off the top of the pack? Out it goes now to Jess, and Bartlett always waiting for the opportunity. Now we'll come around the back of the pack, and the bloke mighty him had no hope in the world to catch him that time.
2 points the difference in the second quarter. Ball back into the centre as we await the bounce. Justin Madden again. Another tap out. He's killing them in the centre bounces. And Fields feeding off them well. Up towards Timmy Watson, the captain today, at half forward. And that's got to be a 15-metre penalty. Play on. Watson at the point of the square. Long kick into the 10-metre square. Otway went without the ball and handball through by Strawn for a behind. 1 point to Richmond to bring their tally up to, let's see, 7-10-52 to 8-7-55.
3 points the difference. Short kick in there by Sutton, drives the ball around towards the wing position. Wood at the back posse's got the mark. Too good for fouls that time, and Wood is off like a shot. Going to go for a bit of a bounce. Now he goes for a long kick, looking out there for Cloak, coming in for the mark. He's got it. And Cloak's right on the edge of the square at centre half forward. He'll drive it down there to Roach if he can. No, Taylor couldn't pick it up. It's finally knocked back to Taylor. Now he's got a chance to have a snap for goal up towards Roach, but Taylor's off target. And it's through for 1 point. I think Taylor and Roach are confusing each other down there. They don't know where they're going.
I must agree with you. Madden off and Thompson on for Essendon.
So it's 2 points the difference in favour of Essendon. Waiting on Danaher to bring the ball back into play. Out she goes towards Madden and Dunn. Dunn goes for the punch, was knocked on by Madden, picked up by Wood, doing a pretty good job for the Tigers. Up the Roach again, flies, couldn't hold the mark. Down it comes, and finally a hand pass from Danaher, back to Walsh. Should have grabbed that one. Rolling Smothers, he's grabbed, down he goes. The umpire said play on. So did Wood, kicked off the ground by Madden, and Rains went down. No big pardons as Foles plays the ball. Up better was the wing position. The umpire said there'll be a kick up the field against Richmond, against Wood. And the free kick will go there to Crow. Crow's on the half forward on about 50 metres out from goal. Up she goes to Van der Haar and Jess. Jess doesn't take a chance. He goes for the defensive tactics and punches the ball out of bounds. So it's still 3 points the difference at the 15-minute mark of the second quarter. Waiting for the ball to come back into play. This big crowd certainly getting their money's worth today. Nothing in this match at all between these two top sides. Both undefeated. Oh, Strawn was that slow he couldn't pull up then. He nearly finished up in the car park. Ball is out of bounds on that forward pocket position. I think he wants to get his brakes checked. Back into play again. Crow goes, a beautiful knockout. Eustace couldn't get clear. Kicked off the ground by Bahaja. This is dangerous to Hawker. And he's put it through again for goal number 3. So the Bombers 9 goals, 7-61 to Richmond, 7-11-53. You watch this Hawker guy. The throw-in comes in, and he just waits. And that's the essence of a good forward. Comes out to Eustace, fumble, kicked off the ground by Bahaja, but there he is scouting, and a beautiful left foot snap for goal.
We're at the 16-minute mark of the second quarter, 53-61. And Madden lost that one to Dunn. Waitman. Welsh. Bartlett's there, takes the mark in front of Fowler. Richmond fans looking for a 15-metre penalty against the Essendon Rover. It's not there. Bartlett's gone for a short one. The lead is from Taylor. Roach backing him up through for a behind. Well, despite the fact that it's ideal conditions for football today, the marking down on the Richmond forward line and Essendon's hasn't been that good. Defenders well on top. Jess is doing a good job, so too is Duckworth, as the ball gets driven back towards the centre field area. Crow and Strawn. Hawker to half forward. Rioli overruns the ball, might have a chance to back up. He shepherds well for Malthouse, who threads his way through the pack. Would have got a free kick, says the umpire, but he lets it go. Looks for Bartlett. Bartlett and Stoneham. Bartlett now getting on top of Stoneham, who's done a pretty good job so far. Oh, beautiful pass to Wiley. Wiley directly in front of goal, but 45 metres out. He's kicked 2 so far, Robert Wiley, and they've been gems. He's going to have a go like a true rover. Favouring the drop punt. Robert Wiley. Distance is okay. Accuracy looks fine as well. Full points to Wiley. What a match we've got here at the MCG.
Why take the chance when you can kick a goal yourself, Pete?
3 goals to Robert Wiley. 8-12-60 to 9-7-61.
Point the difference. And we're approaching the 18-minute mark, and I believe, Pete, when you've got a chance to kick a goal within kicking distance, don't take a chance and pass at one of those big guys. They'll mess it up on you.
Well, sound advice as Terry Smith comes on for Richmond. 18 minutes have gone in the second quarter. It's 1 point the difference from the MCG in the match of the day. What a match it is. Nobody can get it out of the centre. Umpire Kevin Smith has found a free kick. It's going Richmond's way, and it will be taken by Barry Rawlings.
Rawlings ready to send the Tigers deep into attack. It's a long kick up there towards Roach. At the back is Danaher. Cloak's got to sit there too. Couldn't hold. There he is. Bartlett. He's grabbed. He's well collared by Danaher. Umpire said play on. Nearly a free kick to West as Wiley picks up and goes for his 3rd goal. What is that kick? It's a beautiful goal. Goal number 4. What a shot.
That's the best of the lot.
What a shot from the boundary line. Magnificent kick, and the Tigers have hit the front. 9-12-66 to Essendon 9-7-61. And watch it in replay. As he goes down there, but Cloak with the sit, as you can see, couldn't grab that one, was knocked to the ground. Bartlett has collared well by Danaher. Welsh has a bit of a tackle, nearly a free kick there to Stoneham. Picked up on the boundary line by Wiley, and a beautiful shot for goal. Centre bounce again, away we go. Finally picked up by Neville Fields, a short kick. Oh, Malthouse dropped the sitter that time. Down goes Landy, but he crawls across the ground. Oh, he's grabbed around the neck. Umpire said play on. Oh, Waitman collected a guy that time. I think it might have been Bahaja. And the 2 little rovers clashed a hand pass over to Otway. He's been pretty quiet. The kick goes down there towards Crow at the back of Strawn. Another punch out there towards Kane, and he doesn't make many mistakes as the ball goes out there towards that half-back line, and it's out of bounds. About 65 metres around from the Bomber goal. 9-12-66 Richmond to Essendon 9-7-61. Ball back into play again. Crow and Dunn. Dunn's knockout wasn't a good one. Down goes Bahaja. And the free kick will go to Bahaja, plus a 15-metre penalty. Or was it Otway? Kick up there towards Van der Haar. At the back, it's knocked out by Kane. He's grabbed a bit high. He'll get a free kick around the back of the neck. That was Otway having that shot in before. I thought they look alike, those two, Bahaja and Otway.
There's not much of either of them, is there?
Well, they're that small when they put their boots on. They've got to jump into their boots. Only about 5'6". Hand pass, a dangerous one. He's got to kick out the other way. Can't come across the goals that way, whether you hand pass or kick. So, as I said before, Kane, one of the really reliable players, very rarely turns in a bad game, this guy. Of course, he was knocked about a bit last year with injury. There's Dunn going for the mark, comes back to Rains. Rains' kick is a high one round there towards Smith, and the ball is out of bounds. It'll be a penalty free kick to go to Stoneham out there on the centre wing position for the Bombers.
Justin Madden, in the meantime, has replaced his bigger brother Simon. Mark to Essendon. There he is, Big Madden. Gives it over to Otway. Flying shot at goal. And what's he done with that one? It looks okay from here. And Otway has put through his 2nd goal. Number 15 for the Bombers. As the scores are checked, Essendon 10-7-67, now leading Richmond by 1 point, 9-12-66.
Well, we see Crow take the Crow taking the mark over to Simon Madden. Another one over to Otway, who'd been quiet for a while there after kicking the first goal easily, but he's been in the thick of things in the last 5 minutes.
1 point the difference at the 21.5-minute mark of the second quarter. Rawlings, a mid-air shot, effective. Missed by Walsh. Cloak has the chance. Well tackled by Watson. Up to half forward. Missed by Clark. He gets it at the second grab. Over the head of Gary Folds. Wood comes in. A clever tap on as Folds goes down. Met rather heavily by Smith. The former Richmond skipper through 2 Bomber players, looks for Rawlings, who's got plenty of opposition from, in fact, 3 of them. But this guy's a goer. Smith up to half forward. Oh, Bartlett, no, yes, it was Bartlett, got one right on the back of the head. Richmond fans looking for a free kick. And Bartlett has a rather sore head because he hasn't got much protection there. Bounce down, 20 metres out. Simon Madden. Terry Smith, shot at goal, won't quite get there. Essendon defence is good. Driven out of the danger zone by Terry Danaher, back towards the centre wing position again. Rains grabs an Essendon player when he wasn't in possession. That was Grant Fowler, and it will be thrown in adjacent to the players' interchange area. 22 and a half minutes have gone. Cloak and Madden. Malthouse gets away from Walsh. Short pass up to half forward. Oh, fine mark brought in by Roach. I think that's only his second mark for the day. His first one was in the first minute of play in the first quarter. He's kicked 1 goal already, and he could kick this. He's a magnificent kick for goal. Directly in front, but about 50 metres out at least. Oh, that's not bad distance-wise. Look at that for a goal. Michael Roach, you didn't let me down. Roach is second, and the scoreboard now in a magnificent game at the MCG. The Tigers leading 10-12 to 10-7.
Well, there's Roach, right on the kick-off mark, or the edge of the square. That's about 60-odd metres out from goal. So they went through pretty high, too, nearly halfway up the sticks.
It's 5 points the difference at the MCG.
Up she goes again, knocked out by Simon Madden that time. The 2 Madden boys dominate the ruck, but it's Rains coming out of the pack. And look at this fella go too, a beautiful bit of play. A hand pass, a bad one to Smith. He should have had a kick. In comes Eustace, and on his back now is Rains. But he's got to get clear. He's clear now. Eustace goes down, intercepted by Welsh. Right on the boundary line, it'll be out of bounds. Out of bounds on the Tiger half forward line, about 50 metres around from their goal. Richmond 5 points in front. Been a real struggle here today between these 2 sides. Nip and tuck all the way. Well, good work by Dunn that time. Out to Waitman, but he's fumbled. He's got it now. Straightens up, fires for the goals. Too long there for Taylor and through for a point. So it's a goal the difference now. 10-13-73 Richmond to Essendon's 10-7-67. We wait now for the ball to come back into play. Out there to the outer side. The back is Eustace. Gets a mark and interference and take that kick out there at half back. Eustace clear. Back it goes now. Coming in is Malthouse. Had 2 grabs. A bit lucky to grab it the second time. It was collared by Watson, but he'll take that mark on that wing position. Clear. In a bit of trouble, but gets clear now. And 2 Richmond players there on their own, unattended by Essendon. Cloak finally goes for a long kick, looking for Taylor. At the back he goes to punch. Not doing too well down there against Duckworth, and it's through for another point. So the difference is 7 points in favour of Richmond at the 25-minute mark of the second quarter. The ball back into play again. The back is Crow. Got the sit punched away by Landy. Back to Rawlings. A hand pass over to Strawn. He gets around his opponent that time. Fowler. Shocking kick, but luck's a fortune.
It's a pass.
It's a pass when it comes off, but when you foul, it's the worst kick in the world. But now we see Richmond with a chance to score through little Waitman going for goal number 1. And of course, this will put the Tigers in front by 13 points if he's successful. The kick by Waitman is a good one. So it's Richmond now, 11-14, 80 points to Essendon, 10-7-67, 26 and a half minutes gone.
Well, luck's a fortune. Was it a pass or was it luck?
I'd say it was luck, but still it's not luck when it comes up.
It's on the scoreboard. That's the important thing insofar as Richmond are concerned, and a very high-scoring game. Now Richmond getting on top after kicking inaccurately in the latter stages of the first quarter and early part of this one. We're at the 26-minute mark of the second term. Free kick. Essendon's way, I believe, to be taken by Simon Madden. Watson. Oh, he's nearly gone too far. In the goal square is Jess. Has it punched away from him by Vanderhaar, who's been a very quiet player today. Paul Vanderhaar has only had 1 kick and 1 behind to the total. Checking the scores. It's 11-14 to 10-8 to half forward. Eustace. Rains. Knocked away by Walsh. Fields has it at left half forward. Puts in the pass, not successful. Bahajar picks it up and nearly runs into his own man. Spins around, tries another short one. Superb to Watson at half forward. Watson, another short one. That's okay. Mark taken down there by Otway. Otway's kicked 2 goals so far. Pretty well directly in front of goal and would only be about 25 to 30 metres out. Time on being played in the second quarter. Wait for the goal umpire. It's full points to Otway. That's his 3rd goal. And Essendon come up to 11-8-74. Richmond 11-14, 80 points.
Well, they're certainly sticking close to each other all day. It's been a seesawing game, Pete. And only a goal the difference now just before half-time. We're at the 28-minute mark. And we're back to the centre now. It'll be this time Justin Madden against Simon Madden against Dunn. Now against Cloak. There's Cloak going for it now. Madden coming across. Got onto his back that time down to Fields. Finally we see going through as Watson couldn't get clear. Oh, Smith has grabbed but still gets a hand pass out to Rollins. I think he's dyed his hair. And finally the ball comes back there towards the punched on that time by Dunn, now playing at centre half forward. Clark can't pick it up, and there's Bartlett going after it on the boundary line. The little fella's away from Carey with a pass, and it's a beautiful one to Rains. And there's no doubt about Bartlett. Once you let him go, there's no chance of catching. Another short pass coming up to Wiley, and Wiley's already kicked 4 goals. He's only about, you can see the goals there in the background. Not a very difficult angle. And he'd be about, 15 metres out from goal. Tigers in front at the moment by 6 points. This will be a handy goal just before siren time for half-time. Kick. No doubt about that one, right through the middle. So the Tigers, that's Wiley's 5th goal. They move on to 12-14-86 to Essendon 11-8-74.
Robert Wiley, the danger player for Richmond up forward, but look at this from Bartlett. This is what set it up.
Beautiful pass, Pete.
It was a beautiful pass, and there was another one coming from Rains who put it right down the throat of Wiley, and he in turn made no mistake when he finally got the ball. That's it. Great pass, and Wiley took it under plenty of pressure. Back into the centre, just on 30 minutes gone of the second quarter.
Ball comes down to Waitman again. The Tigers away and running as we see Rollings breaks clear. A long kick up there towards the full forward position. Taylor couldn't bend. Finally it's picked up by Duck with a hand pass back here to Stone, and we've got the touch of the fumbles, and the umpire's going to ball it up at centre half forward. Don't tell me the Bomber defence is starting to crumble, because they've stood up pretty well so far. Only 12 points the difference. Oh, both of them missed that one. Finally it comes down there to Copping, a hand pass out to Bahajar, another one over to Eustace, and they get it away from the danger zone, the Bombers.
Yes, up towards the half forward line, flying as Hawker. No mark from the umpire. It was touched. Hawker plays on, puts it down towards the full forward position. Foulds is there for Essendon. Thought about the hand pass, has a flying shot at goals himself, off target, through for one behind. Otway was going past, maybe he didn't see him. Sutton to bring the ball back into play. Cloak in the pocket. Rollings at centre field. Saw Rains, ignored him. Kick number 14 for Barry Rollings. Up towards full forward. Terry Danaher in the road. Madden. Big arms. Caught by Wood. Too high, I thought. Umpire Kevin Smith didn't. That's important. Kick number 15 for Barry Rollings. To left half forward again. Wiley, he's kicked 5 goals so far. It's close to siren time. The Tigers swing into attack. Roach couldn't complete the mark. The Essendon defence working overtime. Duckworth to Stoneham. Duckworth again. He's just at the centre circle. Torpedoes it down towards half forward. Jess off the hands. Sutton grab. Folds. Short pass. Fowler in the goal square. Well, we have got to be very near siren time, and Grant Fowler has a chance to bring up full points. Essendon trailing at the moment 75-86. Grant Fowler came on as an interchange player. I think he replaced Fields from memory. Fowler pretty well directly in front of goal. It's full points. Fowler's first goal, a very high-scoring affair here at the MCG, and the scoreboard, Richmond 12-14, 86, leading Essendon by 5 points, 12-9, 81.
32 minutes, 30, there it is in replay. You see Stoneham get it over to Duckworth. Duckworth, the long kick down there over centre half forward, just made a mistake that time. We see that Sutton drop it pretty hot, and a short pass and a good one over there from Foles over to Fowler.
Very close to siren time here at the MCG in the second quarter. The difference is 5 points, 86 to 81. There it was.
Right on the siren.
So Essendon sneaking in that goal, and the scores 12-14 to 12-9, 86 to 81 at half-time, and the big one at the MCG.
24 knockouts to 10.
Sevens big lead from the Melbourne Cricket Ground now. We go into the third quarter. 5 points the difference in favour of Richmond. Knocked down by Justin Madden again. Oh, a very solid knock to the head of Jeff Rains, and he will take the free kick, I would reckon. Rains from centre field to put the Tigers into attack. Generally a beautiful kick. This one no exception. Cloak from behind. One hands it down. Bahaja robes it well. Danaher from the back pocket. Over the head of Watson. Hawker is there. He's kicked 3 for Essendon. He won't score from there. Thought about giving it to Thompson. Long up to full forward. That's almost a mark. Not so, says the umpire, and take it away by Landy. Wood, or should have marked it. No opposition though. Will play on. Gets clear of his opponent. Cloak looks for Waitman. That was good ruck work. Waitman just didn't get the bounce. Tries to get it out to Wood. Clark, hot on his hammer. Clears it well for the Dons towards the wing position again. 2 Essendon players are there. Bahaja should get there first from Brian Wood. Backing up is Thompson and doing the shepherding. In towards centre field again, and the mark taken by Stoneham.
Easy mark to Stoneham out there at half-back. A long hand pass to Fowler on the wing position. Now the Bombers go back into attack. Up there towards centre half forward. Flying high was Sutton. Couldn't hold the mark. But the umpires found a free kick to Sutton. He must have got one in the back. Might have been a bit lucky. Oh, there's a dangerous hand pass coming over to Strawn. On his tail there is Crow. Kicked out wide to Wood. He fumbled again. Bahaja's going to grab him if he's fast. He's got him. But the hand pass comes back to the wrong man. The ball is out of bounds. Out of bounds on the centre wing position, up towards the Richmond half-forward line, and they're in front by 5 points at the moment. 2 minutes gone of the third quarter. This has been a ding-dong struggle all day. Bombers making a move. They put Foles to full forward. Van der Haar's hardly fired today at centre half-forward. Walsh is grabbed as he comes out of the pack. Kicked off the ground by Fowler. This time it's out of bounds up towards the Essendon half-forward line. Well, we've seen some great duels, but those couple of little players for Richmond have dominated. Rawlings and Wiley kicking 5 goals so far, and Bartlett breaking loose in that second quarter, with Hawker being a very effective small man for Essendon. A hand pass from Wiley out to Wood, a left footer back there to Bartlett and Carey. And then comes Walsh, gets away from Bartlett. Good backing up on the centre half-back's part that time. Rains goes for the punch over the top of Madden. There's Bahaja breaking clear now. A long kick up there, looking there for Foles. Couldn't hold the mark. Finally, it's picked up here now by Copping, I should say. Goes for a short pass, a good one. And he's found Timmy Watson in position. That was good play on the part of Copping. And Watson's already kicked 1 goal. Hasn't been a very effective player so far, Copping, in the match. That's his 3rd kick. Watson, by contrast, has had 9 kicks. Well, Watson's been a great player and always is a good player for the Bombers. Never stops trying, this fellow. I think he's played over 100 games. He's only, 20 years of age.
The youngest VFL player to reach the 100 mark, Lou.
There he goes now, playing his 100th of days. He fires for the goals, and that's a very good kick. Oh, hit the post. By God, that come right around that time, and it's a point, so it's 4 points the difference now. They're 12-10-82 to Richmond 12-14-86.
Jimmy Jess will drive the ball back into play from fullback. Beautiful kick. Dunn. Too fast for big Justin Madden. Dunn carrying the Richmond rucks at the moment with assistance from Cloak. Speak of the devil, Cloak to Waitman. Good handball to Egan, who's come onto the ground. Egan up towards full forward. Taylor couldn't take the mark. Danaher Over to Fowler, and the ball over the boundary line. It will be thrown in.
It's amazed me why they haven't taken Taylor off the ground, because he's not effective up there at all. He's dropped quite a few sitters, Pete.
They took Rioli off, something I didn't think would happen. Madden in front. Bartlett. Snap at goal from 20 metres out on the angle. That's a superb goal. If it's through, it is. Great stuff from the old guy.
It was the left footer from the boundary line.
Bartlett's second goal, 9 kicks to the little champ, and the scores: Richmond 13-14, 92, and Essendon, they've taken it off the scoreboard, but it will be 12-10, 82.
Watch Bartlett in this replay here now. The ball knocked out, and he swoops on it like an eagle. A left foot snap from the boundary line and through for full points.
5 minutes into the third quarter. Egan got one a little bit too high. He'll take the resultant free kick and drive the Tigers back into attack. Kicks into the man of the mark. Call from umpire Kevin Smith is play on. Eustace, grab. Kane almost fights range for the ball, who was superbly tackled and brought down by Copping, and Copping will take the free kick for Essendon.
Well, good tackle by Copping. We said just a moment ago he hadn't been effective. This is kick number 4, but that was a great tackle by the ex-South Australian. Kick by Copping is well up there towards full forward. In comes Crow at the back of the pack. Landy tries to crash through. He's grabbed by Hawker. Had no hope of getting rid of it, and the umpire will ball it up about 20 metres out from the Essendon goal. 10 points the difference in favour of the Tigers. It's Crow and Dunn. Crow got the knockout. Going through that time was Malthouse, couldn't get clear. Oh, they're giving free kicks out left and right. A short kick that time by Smith. Eustace in a bit of trouble trying to get clear. Smith crashes. You know it's Strawn getting a hand pass back there to Malthouse off the side of his boot. It'll go out of bounds on the foot, and a penalty free kick there to Essendon. It'll be Thompson to take the free kick. Thompson on the half forward, then about 40 metres out from goal. Drives it up to the teeth of goal. At the back there now. Flying was Crow. Couldn't hold the mark, and a good mark to Strawn. Quickly plays on a shocking kick. There's a chance now for Fowles coming in after in front of Sutton. Can't pick it up on the boundary line, and it's out of bounds again. This time it's on the other side, about 30 metres around from the Bomber goal. They're still trailing by 10 points. Into this quarter by about 7 minutes. Ball forced to the ground. Coming out as Otway. He's grabbed over to Bahajar. He was slung to the ground. And there's Range, who plays very low to the ground. A good head pass to Wiley. He's already kicked 5 goals. Up there towards Cloak, goes for the tap on a Bartlett. There he goes. Little hungry himself, going for a pass to Taylor. Can he mark it? No, another one he's dropped, and the ball is over the line and out of bounds. My golly, he's certainly having plenty of chances down there, Taylor. Ball out of bounds. In that forward pocket position for Richmond. They're in front by 10 points. They're 13-14, 92 to Essendon 12-10, 82. It was a chance for Taylor of a lifetime. Cloak goes the big punch, and once again the ball is out of bounds in the same position.
On Seven's big league, 10 points the difference in favour of the Tigers. 7.5 minutes have gone in the third quarter. Cloak at the back. Stoneham tries to give it to a teammate. Bartlett comes in with a solid bump. See Waitman down there on the point of the goal square too. He got a rather hefty knock. Hope he's okay for the Tigers' sake. Grant Fowler will take the free kick. He's up now, but the trainer's attending to him. You'll see them just at the bottom there of the picture. Knock on by Vanderhaar. Wood puts it high. Cloak and Walsh. Walsh has the front grab. I haven't seen this guy play before, Lou, but he's not bad. Doing quite a good job. Essendon go into attack with that kick by Walsh. Copping. He didn't go over the mark. Landy thought differently, and it's got a 15-metre penalty subsequently. Actually, Copping looks like a smaller version of Val Perovic that plays for Carlton. From the point of the square, Copping's kick up towards full forward for Essendon. They need some goals here. That's not a bad sort of a grab. Let's see who's got it. He's 15 metres out. Max Crow has not scored a goal to date.
Neither side can get a break, Pete, can they?
Not really so far, Lou. I think the difference has been about 10 or 15 points at the most between these two sides. Anyway, Max Crow lining up for what could be his first goal. It looks okay. The goal umpire has not moved. Max Crow brings up his first first goal for the Bombers to make the difference 4 points once again. And on the scoreboard, Richmond 13-14-92. Essendon, so we can take those scores down so quickly, 13-10-88.
We're at the 9-minute mark. There it is in replay. You see Copping having a bit of a argument there with Landy. Of course, he'll kick it back up there and Crow takes the mark. The centre bounce again, approaching the 10-minute mark, knocked out by Madden. That's Justin Madden getting it down, not a good one. Out it comes to Landy again. Landy hooks the ball out wide. Fowler and Rowling's going for it. It's Fowler coming out with cop one from Bartlett that time, but the umpire said play on. It's knocked out to Bartlett again. He doesn't get the second chance. Oh, we see that Rowlings will get a free kick. Now it's going the other way against. It's going to Fowler. I thought it should have been played before that. Ball hits the deck again. Malthouse can't pick it up properly. Well played by Bahajar. Taps it over to Hawke. He was grabbed, didn't have the ball that time, and it's out of bounds. Crowd not too happy about that decision. Out of bounds on the Essendon half-forward on about 70 metres around from their goal. Neither ruckman got that knockout, and the umpire will ball it up again, still about 70 metres out from the Bomber goal. 13-10-88 Essendon to Richmond 13-14-92. So it's only 4 points the difference. Well, they're missing him there left and right. Knocked out by Thompson, grabbed by Hawker, a shot up towards the goals. Foles has got it. Well, they brought Foles down from the wing position just before half-time and to place him at full forward because no one was scoring goals or taking marks up there. And he's going for goal number 2. Of course, I think last year when these two sides met, they placed him at full forward and he kicked 7 goals to win the game for the Bombers. Let's see whether Foles can pop this one through. Oh, a shocking kick. So it's 3 points the difference. And we're about nearly 12 minutes into this third quarter. 13-14-92 Richmond to Essendon 13-11-89.
7th big league from the MCG as we await the kick out from fullback. Strawn will do the kicking in once he gets the ball. We're at the 11.5-minute mark. Strawn to the outer side of the ground, looking for Wood, who's got plenty of opposition. Dunn hits the ball down. It goes to Copping. Copping lines up the goals. Now it's a short pass and superb to Hawker.
My golly, he's loomed up as a danger player all that this fella, Pete.
10 kicks in the first half and 3 goals to Glenn Hawker. A chance for goal number 4. And it would put Essendon in front if in fact he can convert. Richmond at the moment leading 92-89. Richmond kicked 8-7 to Essendon 6-6 in the second quarter, so a total of 14 goals kicked then. Hawker. That looks better. Essendon hit the lead with Hawker's 4th goal. And the scores now, Richmond 13-14-92, trailing Essendon 14-11-95. Well, these two sides have been going at it all day. There's hardly been a few points between the sides.
I think 14 points was the biggest lead and was held by Essendon in the first quarter. I think it was second quarter.
On 7's big league, 13 minutes gone, third term. Watson. Malthouse with the punch from the back to Stoneham, but he couldn't get the ball. Landy was in the road. A player getting ridden into the ground. I can't see who it is. Landy's on top of him. We'll wait and see. It might be Bahajar. It is. So little Bahajar to take the free kick for the Bombers, just short of half forward. The former West Australian up to full forward. Strawn out to Wakeman towards the flank, and Jimmy Jess bounces okay for him. Plenty of distance in the kick by Jess, looking for Cloak, one-handed and grabs it. Put that big hand up. I reckon he could hold a dozen eggs in that. Great mark by Cloak as he comes in for the kick. Now he's gone for the hand or the pass to Rains, and Rains takes the pass just on the point of the square.
It's mark number 7 for Cloak too, Pete.
Taylor in the goal square has had a dirty day so far, makes the lead, and goes down subsequently. Kick by Rains off the hands of the pack.
Oh, there's a box on there between Taylor and Justin Madden.
Yes, I mentioned he collided before. It's an Essendon free kick. And it will be taken by Madden. It was against Taylor. Taylor went down in that little skirmish. as Madden drives the ball around the member stand wing. Eustace misjudges the flight badly, but there will be another kick or a 15-metre penalty. Walsh delivering it back. As I said, Taylor not having the best of days.
Well, he balked that time. He was going to hand pass, but finally goes for a long kick out there towards the wing position. Punched away that time by Cloak. Rains comes in to meet it. Finally picked up by Rawlings, just about Richmond's best player. Beautiful hand pass to Egan. And there's a pass, and this time he's got it, Taylor. Well, he's dropped quite a few.
That was a good pass, though, wasn't it?
It was a beautiful pass. I reckon if you'd have dropped that, Egan would have rushed up and threw the member stand at him. He's right on the boundary line, and there you can see the goals in the background there. A pretty difficult shot for a right footer. Whoa, what's the kick? Is it coming around enough? Oh, you couldn't get past that big guy. He's as tall as the goalpost, Justin Madden. It's through for 1 point. So the difference is now 2 points. 93 points Richmond to Essendon 95. Waiting for the ball to come back into play by Danaher. Egan and Walsh go for it. Egan got his hands with Walsh on the boundary line. Got a bump there that time from Dunn. And it's a good kick and a mark here to Van der Haar, and the crowd are cheering because that's kick number 4 for Van der Haar as the ball goes across there towards centre half forward. Punched out by Landy, scooped up beautifully by Rains, who's playing a lot better this quarter. And the ball finally driven up there by Wood. The big fella's got a mark, and he just stood up there, but he dropped it. And this, but just the same, it gave Van der Haar a chance, who seems to be playing in defence or on the ball. Moved away from centre half forward. Dropped by Kane over to Bahajar. Over to Hawker. Going for goal number 4, but well tackled by Kane. Umpire said dropping the ball. Well, there's no doubt about it. I'd go for Kane all the way. And he's a determined player.
Great tackle.
By golly, he's a good player. No one seems to give this guy much of a rap, but I've yet to see him really turn in a bad game. He made a mistake there to let Bahajar in, but he certainly corrected it. Kick out there towards Big Cloak and Van der Haar. Van der Haar at least tapped it away. Going after it now is Otway, right on the boundary line there. Pass out to Bahajar, and the two ants have controlled the ball out there. Finally kicked around by Bahajar. Umpire said it'll be a free kick, or it'll be out of bounds. It might have been out of bounds when he marked it, Bahajar. So it's out of bounds on that. Now what's he going to do?
Yes, out of bounds, mate. You were right the first time.
Out of bounds on that half-forward line. Bahajar having the situation explained to him by the umpire. Ball back into play. Cloak and Justin Madden. Justin Madden taps it down. In front there was Woody, sandwiched between the two Essendon players. Bahajar gets it out to Van der Haar again. And the Flying Dutchman's going to go for a run. It's a long kick up there towards Crow. Can he mark it? No, it was too long for Strawn and Crow, and it's through for 1 point. So it's 3 points the difference again. 14-12, 96. Essendon to Richmond 13-15, 93.
Sutton brings the ball back into play at the 17-minute mark at the quarter. He's gone for a short pass. That's effective. Waitman moving the ball well. Kane again gets clear of Copping. Under it is Jess. In the shadows of the member stand, Richmond swing into attack. Jess drives it up towards their centre half forward position. Down towards Clark. Oh, Smith going through very solidly. And the ball out of bounds between the forward pocket and half forward flank. We see warming up on the boundary line Justin Madden. A two-pronged attack for the Bombers. Or Simon Madden, I should say. That's good Catholic names.
Look at this.
And there's his brother, Wiley. Back to Rains. None can bring it down. Bahajar had the crumbs. It will be a free kick. Roaches it.
A little bit lucky, Pete.
Yes, I was going to say, Lou, I didn't see what that was for. Perhaps a little bit technical.
I think he was pushed, but very slightly.
See Rioli just about to warm up as...
he's got him around the neck when you look at it.
Roach with the kick. He's a fair way out from goal, but this guy can kick them a long way, as we saw in the second quarter. He's kicked 2 so far. Michael Roach, ball on its way into the goal square, off the hands and through for 1 behind. The Tigers, so on Seven's big lead that takes the score along in the third quarter, 94-96 in favour of the Bombers. They lead by 2 points as we await the kick out from fullback. It will be taken by Duckworth. And Duckworth has done a particularly good job down there today for Essendon. Straight up field, torpedo punt kick. Roach at the back with the punch. Clark in towards centre field. Jess with the scoop in front. Clark went through very solidly. It comes out to Eustace. Eustace left half forward flank. No one will catch him. He's streaming goalwards. Egan tries to pick him up. He has a flying shot at goal, into the square, off the hands of the pack. Otway can't take it off the ground. Folds is there. And they descend on it. It's like a tag team wrestling match.
I'd rather be up here, Pete, than down there at that particular time, wouldn't you?
My word, I think umpire Kevin Smith will ball it up. It's only, as you can see, a couple of metres out from the goal line. And knocked through by Michael Malthouse for one behind. So the scoreboard reading 94 to 96. Make it 97. 3 points the difference.
3 points the difference. Short pass there, and Cloak's got the ball at centre half back. Goes for another pass. He's put Jess under a bit of pressure in. A great mark there. Oh, beautiful mark for Little Houston. Out there on the centre wing. It was a bad bit of play on the part of the Richmond skipper that time. Ball driven back over centre half forward. And Michael Malthouse takes an easy mark. Another pass. Egan's got it on the first hop, gets away from his opponent Vanderhaar very easily. A short pass coming up here now to Waitman. He's got the mark. Probably go for a hand pass, this guy. It's a beautiful one too. Over to Jimmy Jess. A little bit lucky to recover that one. Up it goes to Taylor again, but there's Duckworth trying to get the front posse. Taylor again goes down. He might have got the mark. He's going to pay the mark because he got on the second grab.
I think he marked it.
Well, that was a bit lucky. Certainly making hard work of that play down there. Watch it in replay. He's got it there the first time. No one else seems to touch it. Good play on the part of Taylor. Now a chance for Taylor's first goal. He's kicked 4 behinds up to this stage of the match. And the Tigers are trailing by 3 points. They're 94 to Essendon's 97. Let's see what he can do with it. Umpire doesn't even move, so the Tigers have hit the front. 14-16, 100 to Essendon 14-13, 97. And we're at the 22-minute or 21-minute mark of this third quarter. Some of the crowd, he looks more like a cricket crowd than a football crowd. The new scoreboard. I don't know what that cost. Like CinemaScope, isn't it? Scoreboards are more important than the football these days. Anyway, we're back to the centre again. Up she goes. Knocked out by Simon Madden. Well intercepted that time by Rains, who's played fairly well this quarter. That wasn't a good kick up the side of his boot. Put Egan under pressure. Going in again. Finally, the ball comes back here now to Watson. Watson's kick is a hurried one back there towards that half-forward line. Staying at the back is Landy. Oh, in a bit of trouble. Goes for hand pass out to Wood. Wood will have Thompson after him. He gets around him pretty easily, then he runs out of bounds. So the ball is out of bounds up towards the centre wing position on the outer side with the Tigers in front. They're 100 points to Essendon 97.
Boundary throw in, centre wing, Cloak and Madden. Watson still has the speed for 100 games. The youngest VFL player to achieve that honour. Egan, balked into trouble that time. May be able to get it to Mervyn Kane. His opposite number 18 is Vanderhaar. He is successful in getting it clear. Rains drops it, but it doesn't matter. Passes to half forward. Emmett Dunn drops it. Goodness me. Ideal conditions, and marks have been dropped here this afternoon. Wiley, he's kicked 5. Is it number 6? In the road is Duckworth. And as I said, he's done a very good job for Essendon down there. Cloak has the height. Thought about giving it to Wood.
He did, Pete.
And Wood gave it back to him. Rains takes the mark. Right in the centre of the ground. He's playing a better quarter this time, Jeff Rains. And that's a beautiful mark brought in by Roach. And Roach would almost be within kicking distance again. Roach, no one else. Lead being made by Taylor. It is ignored.
I'd reckon.
Well, the way Taylor has
They're both 5 for the same position.
That's right, 1-4.
Would you pass it?
No way. I wouldn't be able to kick it, though, just the same. Roach from 55 metres out, it's swinging away at the last minute, probably through for 1 point. It is Michael Roach off target, unusual for him, just tried for that little bit of extra distance. 101 to 97 is the score, 4 points the difference in favour of the Tigers as we wait Danaher's kick out. Not sure which way he's going to go. The outer side is preferred. Underneath it, Brian Wood kicked it straight to him. A little bit too far for Thompson. Wood at left half forward.
Played a very good game, Pete, too.
He has. Or Taylor spoiled Dunn. Well, they spoiled each other, perhaps. Wiley, there's that goal, number 6. It's going awfully close, off the hands. That will be through for 1 behind. And Richmond go ahead by that margin. So He's playing a very, very good game, that fellow. Let's check the score. It's 14-18 to 14-13, 102 to 97.
24 minutes gone of the third quarter. Egan with a great mark, coming on at three-quarter time. Half-time, I should say. A short pass. It's a beauty, too. And he's found Wiley right in front. Be about 40 metres out. Wiley's going for a short pass. Now there's Wood to take the mark. He's on a more acute angle than Wiley, but he's only about 15 metres out. And Wood's been a very good player today, the ex-skipper. This is his 13th kick coming up now. Certainly been a winner on the wing. We've got Thompson on him now. They're in front by 5 points at the moment, Richmond. Into time on now by about 10 seconds. Oh, it's a shocking kick. It's out of bounds on the full. So it'll be a penalty free kick down there to Duckworth. And Peter mentioned about this guy. He's done a pretty good job on Taylor. Not that he's had many kicks himself, but that's not his job. He's got to stop Taylor from kicking goals. And that's what he's done. Taylor's got one up to this stage of the match. Dunn goes for the punch. It's a good one to Waitman. Out there to Bartlett. He's grabbed. He couldn't get clear, holding the ball against him. He's not too happy about it. Give it up, Kevin. That was a free kick against you, mate. Free kick going to Danaher, a 15-metre penalty. So keep his trap shut, Kevin Bartlett, as the ball is kicked out wide now. Coming into metre to Simon Madden. Takes the mark. Gets away from Cloak quite easily. Back it goes to half forward, and once again, Rains dropped an easy one. Jess has got the ball in front. He was grabbed, didn't have it that time by Van der Haar. And Van der Haar can't seem to do a thing right. I think he's only had about 4 or 5 kicks up to this stage of the match. And the free kick will go to Jimmy Jess out there on that half-back line. So at this stage, 26 minutes gone of the third quarter, 14-18, 102 Richmond to Essendon 14-13, 97, as Jess sends the ball across there looking for Cloak. Put Madden out of business with a knock on there. A beautiful one out to Wiley. Wiley's clear. Gets a hurried kick down there towards Taylor, but he's well smothered by Danaher, but he can't pick it up. He was nearly tripped, and a free kick will go to Danaher down there at full back.
Trip pushing the back, you name it. It was Danaher's free kick. And the umpire right on the spot. Time on is being played in the third quarter before this huge crowd at the MCG. You get tempted to say a capacity crowd, but that's a grand final type figure you'd be looking at then. Probably around about the 88,000 mark. Ball driven out to Carey. The Ronnie Andrews look-alike and play-alike. Neville Fields is back on the ground. I was surprised he was taken off. He was doing well, I thought, early. He had quite a few kicks.
Well, Rhodes has come into his own this quarter.
He has. Crow to Madden. Oh, was Madden off? No, says umpire Rowan Saws, indicating to Barry Rowings where the mark is and bringing Madden around a smidgen. Simon Madden, a former Essendon skipper, about 40 metres out from goal, on an angle. He's gone for a pass. Missed it. Lets Richmond in. Bowles made a good attempt to pick it up, but just couldn't quite get there, and it will be a ball up. I was surprised Madden didn't have a shot for goal himself.
Should have had a shot, Pete.
Certainly would have got it deep into the goal square. Now he taps it out well, Copping. Well, gave it to a man that was covered. Cloak intercepting. Otway's on top of the ball there. There is a free kick, says umpire Rowan Saws. It is going Richmond's way, and the free kick will be taken by Smith. Waitman at right half-back flank. Short pass in towards half-forward. Knocked away by Bartlett. Walsh is there, almost grabbed by Rioli, but Walsh clears himself. Down towards half-forward. Oh, great mark by Madden. Madden at half-forward, playing on for Essendon. Oh, kicked into the man on the mark, David Cloak, who loses it subsequently. Otway, colliding with Malthouse, and it will be a ball up at half-forward.
Got a kick on the head that time, Malthouse. It stung a bit too, I would say.
They generally do.
Centre-half bounce, or centre-half forward, I should say, a ball up. And we're approaching the 28-minute mark, so not much longer to go at the end of this third quarter. Landy trying to get clear. Falling out once again, Malthouse is in the thick of things. Little Waitman coming out of the pack. Another beautiful hand pass over to Rains. Certainly coming to his own this quarter. Up she goes to Roach. Upended that time just about by Danaher. Going after on the boundary line. He's got it. Kicks for goal. Up there to Taylor and Duckworth. Taylor's got the sit this time. Got the mark. Riley, that was written all over his name. Oh, chip up there. Be a 15-metre penalty. It was a bit of bad luck that time.
I don't think that was intended.
I'm sure it wasn't by Clark. And of course, this brings him right up to the edge of the goal mouth, and he's put it through for his second goal. So it's 15-18, 108 Richmond to Essendon.
I think he has put it through. He might get another kick, though. That was a point.
Was it a point?
Yeah. He's getting another kick.
Why is he getting another kick? What for?
He missed it.
over the mark. Well, he went over the mark, and of course that gives him another chance. It doesn't make the Essendon supporters too happy. He won't miss this one, Taylor. Well, he's not having the greatest of days, really, when you work it out. This is about the second or third mark he's taken. He's put it through this time. So now it's 15-18, 108 Richmond to Essendon, 14-13, 97. Well, his name was written all over that one as soon as it left Roach's boot. He had the sit on Duckworth, who's done a pretty good job on him, staying pretty close to him all day.
He has indeed, no doubt about that. Duckworth's been one of Essendon's better players down there in defence, and certainly has not done too much wrong.
Back to the centre now, and we're right on the 30-minute mark of this last quarter. The siren due to go, and three-quarter time. What did I say? Half-time. 108 to 97. Here we go. Centre bounce again. It'll be this time Simon Madden against Cloak. Madden got the tap down to Bahajar. He's in a bit of trouble. Gets a hand pass back to Fowler. Fowler's still playing the ball. The umpire said he was held with not having the ball, and the free kick will go to him.
Fowler's kick towards the right half forward flank. Van der Haar flies, couldn't take it on the chest. Sutton trying to get through. Over the top to Kane. Successful handball from the Tigers. Kane. Stoneham. Dunners there for Richmond. Swings around, puts it short in towards half forward. Mark missed by Clark. Handball comes out to Watson. Watson into Madden. Madden at centre field. Bahajar from centre half forward drives the ball deep into the Essendon attacking zone, but the siren is gone. And at three-quarter time the scores. Richmond 15 goals, 18, 108, leading Essendon 14-13, 97. Malthouse drops the ball when tackled, holding the man, says umpire Rowan Saws. And I must say I did not agree with that decision. Over the head of Wood. Wiley's there. He's kicked 5 goals for Richmond, certainly one of their best players. Likewise as Wood. Wiley swings onto his right foot. The pass is down towards Bartlett, right down his throat. Bartlett 10 kicks and 2 goals so far, and in the forward pocket could register another one from there. Being brought around a little bit. Well, this is what Essendon don't want. A goal by the Tigers early in the final quarter. And Bartlett a deadly shot at goal as a rule. That looks pretty good. And through for another one. Does Bartlett know this ground? 3 goals to Kevin Bartlett, and the Tigers go further ahead on Seven's big league. The scoreboard. Richmond 16-18, 114. Essendon 14-13, 97. Well, that was just what Essendon did not want to happen early in this final term.
Of course, Bartlett's played 365 games. I think he'd play another 365, Pete.
He could. 114 to 97 at the minute-and-a-half mark of the final term.
Ball comes out there to Stoneham, sends Essendon back into attack, but once again it's Kane to take the mark at centre half back. Well, they're in a bit of trouble now, the Bombers. They want a quick goal here before the Tigers start to swing into their top game. Good pass to Rains. As we said before, Rains came into the game in that third quarter. Rather amazing. They took Fields off because he was doing pretty well against him in the first half. Up there to Roach, couldn't hold the mark. Tried to grab it down there on the ground, but the umpire says play on as Carey tries to crash through the pack. Raoul, he's upended. The umpire will ball this up, I would say. He's letting things go on, and he's going to ball it up now. Should have been a ball up 3 minutes ago. Could have all killed each other there. Ball up there at centre half forward for Richmond. Knocked out by Dunn. Grabbed by Justin Madden. A high kick out there towards the wing position. Kane and Hawker gave with this one, but once again it's Kane. Very solid player for the Tigers. Ball kicked back there towards Justin Madden. At the back there is Roach. They all missed that. Danaher included. Knocked out by Clark. He actually ran into Stoneham that time. Got himself into a bit of trouble. Kicks it out wide. Too low. Went between Hawker's legs that time. This gives Kane a chance to tap it over to Rawlings. Good play again by Kane as the ball comes back there to Wiley. Had a bit of a look around to see if anything was okay. A short pass out there to Wood. It's too long. Going after Wood now is Crow. Wood's too slick for him now, and they'll give a hand pass. Now we're going to run for an open goal and fire. He's put it through for a goal. And the Tigers are streaking away. So it's Richmond 17-18, 120 to Essendon 14-13, 97.
Brian Wood's first goal, and yet another Tiger player to register a goal, and the crowd here at the MCG pretty happy about that as we watch it in replay.
Ball coming out now to Wiley. Kicked it a bit too long for Wood, but Crow comes in to try and put him off balance. But he's too slick, just about tripped up and decided he's not going to hand pass it to Bartlett and goes for a running shot at goal.
3.5 minutes into the final quarter. The Tigers now have the biggest lead of the day. Rains further forward again. Actually went backwards to Kane, who's shaping up as one of the best on the ground for Richmond. Out towards the wing position. The mark missed it by Egan. Folds right there with him. It will be a boundary throw-in. Before this huge crowd at the Melbourne Cricket Ground today, we estimate in the 85,000 mark or thereabouts. Knocked down by Madden. Folds with Cloak. And well caught. Essendon really need a couple of goals now to get back into this match. Tigers are doing everything well. Ridden into the ground, holding the ball or in the back. Rowling's not too happy about it. It's an Essendon free kick. It's Hawker's kick. Wood with Copping. Malthouse over to Kane again. Mammoth kick up towards Bartlett, over his head. Essendon defence working overtime. Duckworth up from full-back, clears the ball, in fact gets it to the right half-forward flank for the Bombers. Bahaja has the mark, predictably plays on, short pass, it's a beauty, mark taken by Copping. Copping in the forward pocket. Watch that in replay, a gem of a pass, and Copping made the speed to get there and got some attention as well from Landy. Essendon badly need a goal. Copping has kicked one so far. Kicking to the main scoreboard end. He's gone for a short pass. Oh, and they've messed it up, Essendon. Jess has the ball. The Tigers are alight, and Van der Haar gets slapped. Out cold. Down to half forward for Richmond. They're alight. Rioli to Bartlett. Carey's right there with him. Bartlett has the speed. Lines them up from 35 metres out as off target, out of bounds on the full.
Well, there'll be a penalty free kick down there to Essendon, but we see Van Haar's okay now. Certainly had a dirty day. I think he's only had 5 kicks for the match and dropped that mark. It was a bad bit of play on the part of Copping. Should have had a shot at goal. Never take a chance with a kicking test. The hand pass coming over there to Clark from Stone, and the ball driven out there towards the wing position. The back that time was Sutton. The ball finally picked up by Kane again. By golly, he's been in everything today. Over to Wiley. A short pass and Rolling's in position there to take the mark at centre half forward. Well, they're running right at the moment, the Tiger small men. And they're cutting the Bombers to pieces. There's the kick. A long one up there towards the full forward position. Oh, the little fella's marked it open. No, he's not paying it. Oh, to pay that, the little white man that time. That was unbelievable. Oh, listen to the crowd going mad too. There it is in replay. The little fella's got it for the second time. If that's not a mark, I'll give the game away. Up she goes again in front of the Richmond goal. Knocked out by Madden, not a good one. Ball finally comes out. Oh, there's Rioli going in. Bartlett spins out of the pack. He snaps for goal. But Bartlett's off target and through for another point. So the Tigers move on to 17-19, 121. To Essendon, 14-13, 97. And we're about 7 minutes into this last quarter.
Essendon yet to score in the final term.
And they badly need a goal now, Peter, because you can see the Tigers gradually wearing them down as the ball comes back into play by Duckworth. At the back there is Crow. Goes for Cloak. Goes for the big punch. Knocked on again by Roach. Over to Rioli. A snap for goal. And this is going to be close. And he's got it to mark the tail and off the point post out. Not on the boundary line now. A very difficult shot. I should imagine he'll try and run around here. There it is in replay. Hit the post. But he's okay. Probably did more damage to the post than he did to his head.
He's a ruckman, Lou.
No, he's a full forward. Nearly as bad. Waiting on Taylor to have a shot. And that is a goal. So that's goal number 3 to Taylor. And the Tigers, 18 goals, 19, 127 to Essendon, 14-13, 97.
The difference of 30 points, and the further this match going, the further Richmond going ahead. Up until the final quarter, the biggest difference in the two sides was 14 points. But now facing a deficit of 5 goals, Essendon really will have to find something to get back into this match, and the Tigers going for top spot on the ladder. 30 points the difference now in Sevens Big League. We've been playing 8 minutes into the final quarter. Hawker has the ball, but it's going to be a free kick going Richmond's way.
I think he balked in that time.
Cloak. Out wide towards the flank. Knocked away by Danaher. Folds could be first to get there. Egan's right with him. Folds gathers it in okay, puts it up towards the left half forward flank for Essendon now. Madden, 2 hands to it, couldn't complete the mark. Sutton flicks it over his head to Kane, who really is gathering kicks by the truckload. That's 15. Danaher. And as I said before, shaping up as one of the best on the ground. Kane, Danaher's kick, float, 2 hands, good grab. Well, Richmond finishing much the better for Essendon. 10 marks to David Cloak. He got 3 of those in the latter stages of the first quarter and has kept right on going. Off the hands to Rioli, well smothered by Stoneham. Rioli trying to get clear, shrugs the tackle well, bursts out of the pack, into the goal square. From behind, Taylor with the fist. Duckworth right there with him. Can't give him a clear shot at it. Flicks it out the wood. Goal coming up for Richmond. And Wood puts it through for his second goal. The Tigers are alive in the match of the day at the MCG. And the scores on Sevens Big League. Richmond 19-19, 133. Essendon 14-13, 97.
The Bombers are sinking fast at the moment. There it is in replay. And good part by Taylor because he was grabbed and got it over to Wood for an easy goal.
Well, can Essendon come back? They're now 6 goals down. The way Richmond are playing, you would suggest no. And we've only been playing 10 minutes in the quarter. 6 goals the difference now in the final term from the MCG, which is 10 minutes old.
Clark against Justin Madden. Madden got it down there to Hawker, but he fumbled. Punched out by Rains over to Foles. Can't pick it up now. He's got it. Goes for a long kick up there towards the full forward position. The back is Jess. He'll go the punch. Vanderhaar got his hands to it. Going after it again. He's picked it up. A snap for goal. Right across the face of goals, and the ball is out of bounds. So it'll be a throw-in about 20 metres around from the Bomber goal. They're really struggling this quarter now, Essendon. 14-13 to Richmond 19-19. It'll be Cloak against Simon Madden this time. Simon Madden got it down but picked up by Malthouse. They're really fading away, the Bombers at the moment. Mark dropped by Thompson, but he recovers okay. A hand pass, a bad one. Rolling, showing real guts that time. Goes after it, goes down from Madden, but the ball is out of bounds. Might be a free kick for a trip. It is. And he'll take the free kick at half back. Very good player the first half. Faded out a bit in the third quarter, but he's back in business again now. Oh, there's Rioli, a great mark, Mr. Magic. With the ball out there on that wing position. He'll look for a lead. Oh, it's a bad kick. Finally picked up by Simon Madden. A little slow, but finally gets his kick back there towards centre half forward, and a good mark for Copping. Copping's kicked 1 goal so far, but he's a good distance out now at half forward. Kicks the ball up there looking for Vanderhaar. Jess at the back. Goes the punch. Taken off the pack by Strawn. A little bit of sidestepping. Finally, strength gets him clear now. Out it goes. A chance now for Crow. A quiet day for him. A hand pass to Hawker. Possibly Essendon's best player. A short pass. It's successful on a mark taken there by Watson. Another short pass. It's okay, and a mark taken here now by Copping again.
Essendon haven't scored so far in the final quarter, Lou.
No, that's right, Pete. Copping's already kicked 1 goal. And the ex-South Australian going for goal number 2 and goal number 15 for the Bombers, and they badly need one now. They're 97 points to Richmond, 133. We're about 12 minutes into this last quarter. Been a great game for 3 quarters, but the Tigers are showing their real class in this last quarter. That's a goal, I would say. Yes, it's a goal. So it's 15-13, 103 Essendon. The Richmond 19-19, 133.
Well, that's only Essendon's 3rd goal since half-time. And after that, Richmond really have been right on top of Essendon, especially in the early stages of this, the final quarter. However, Carlton kicked 9 of the 3rd quarter against Collingwood on Saturday. Maybe Essendon can revitalise themselves. It's now 5 goals the difference at the Melbourne Cricket Ground after that goal to Essendon. Can the Bombers come back? Hawker tries to gather the ball in. Successfully smothered. Egan over the top. Looks for a teammate. Plenty going past. Tigers running everywhere. Wakeman finally picks it up from the point of the square. The hand passes to Wiley. Can he make it goal number 6? Here's a quick reply for Richmond. Wiley, no mistake. Straight through the centre, and 6 goals to the former West Australian.
What a beautiful hand pass to Waitman. There's no doubt about him. Probably the most unselfish player they got in the team, but his bullet-like hand passes puts the other side out of opposition.
And so the scores: Richmond 20-19, 139. Essendon 15-13, 103.
There it is in replay. Waitman dodged a beautiful hand pass over there to Wiley. Had no trouble running into an open goal.
139 to 103, the scoreboard at the MCG, Sevens Big League. We're 14 minutes into the final term. The Tigers really going right on with the job as Thompson takes the ball out of the circle, up to half forward, and the mark taken down there by Timmy Watson, who's away. Watson lines up the goals from 35 metres out. It won't be a score. In fact, it's out of bounds on the full, and the penalty going Richmond's way to be taken by Daryl Sutton in the back pocket. Sutton, the former North Melbourne player, playing his first senior game for the Tigers this afternoon. Madden standing on the mark. Crow at the back with the punch. Going through, Landy, out to Wiley. Wiley puts it up to centre field.
Oh, it could be a free kick to Waitman. It is. Against Clark. Got into his back, and little Waitman will take the free kick at centre field. It'll be interesting to see what he does, whether he goes for a hand pass or goes for a kick, because his hand passing is terribly effective. He's going for a kick this time. It's a beautiful pass out there, and Egan's got the ball running into an open goal. Let's play. And it's not a bad sort of a shot either. Another goal to the Tigers. That's goal number 1 to Egan, coming from Waitman again. So it's 21 goals, 19, 145 Richmond to Essendon, 15-13, 103. And we're at, there it is in replay, a beautiful pass. And of course he had no trouble running into an open goal and letting fly. So we're back to the centre again at the 15.5-minute mark.
42 points the difference now at the 15.5-minute mark, final term.
A hefty punch out by Cloak, picked up now by Walsh. Walsh kicks it wide, but there's no one there for Essendon. Vanderhaar couldn't hold it. Once again, it's Kane coming out of that back line with the ball. A beautiful pass, and he finds Dunn in position at half forward. Tigers are running all over the place. They've got this Essendon side completely rattled. A hand pass to Kane again. A long kick up there towards the full forward zone. Over the head of the pack. Pro can't pick it up. Taylor knocks it out, but too many defenders there for the Bombers. Short pass by Clark. And the ball taken out there by Fowles. Fowles' kick is not a good one. A chance for Cloak to mark. Couldn't hold that. It hits the deck. Have to be a free kick to foul. He didn't play it, as we see Otway get a hand pass out to Watson. Picks it up beautifully up there at half forward. Another long kick up there towards the full forward position. Madden got one hand, but couldn't hold it. Malthouse can't pick it up. Finally, a wild hand pass comes out now, going through his Fowler. He's down by Malthouse. And finally, we see the ball coming back now. They're piling in. Down goes Otway. Players crawling over like 9 pins. And it's finally Jess picking it up. Good play over to Wiley. And the Tigers take it away from the danger zone, and a good mark to Egan. And this fella shapes up looking like a good player too. Ball pushed away from Waitman, but he goes for a hand pass to Rioli. How was that for a quick hand pass? Right down there towards the full forward position. And it's finally grabbed by Duckworth. Taylor's right on his hammer, but he clears it away from out there to the wing position for Essendon.
And look where he's kicked it to, Lou. Straight to Jeff Rains. 2 Richmond players made position to take that. Back whence it came. Can he do the same thing again? Rowley this time gets in front, gets dragged to the ground by Stoneham. Umpire says play on. Taylor caught, and well caught with the ball. Got to be a free kick to Essendon, surely. And then there's best 2 falls out at 3 there. He's got him in a step over toe hold, has he, or something similar? 15-metre penalty. And down he goes again. Another 15-metre penalty. Now it's a play-on situation. Essendon go forward as Otway takes the kick finally up towards half-forward. Jess got a mile in the air. Back to Wiley, who's playing a great quarter. 20th kick to Robert Wiley as the ball hits the deck just short of centre field. From Dunn out to Rowlings, clear of Copping. Bartlett's there. Can't handle the ball. Dunn goes in again. Bartlett puts it high, a little chip shot down towards the full forward position. Plenty of Essendon players are there, and the one to come out with the ball is Duckworth. One of Essendon's best defenders this afternoon. To the point of the square, it's all Richmond. Landy passes to Rowlings. Essendon running out of legs. The Tigers finishing much the fitter. Barry Rowling has gone blonde this year. Might be looking for Brownlow votes. Taylor flies. No one to back him up, or waiting down with the crumbs. Waitman almost caught by Clark. In fact, he was caught, but he didn't have the ball. Rioli. Oh, great play to Bartlett, who steadies, fires, and has missed. One behind to Kevin Bartlett. He wouldn't be happy. He doesn't often miss those. And so the scoreboard, Richmond 21 goals, whatever, 21-10, 145. Or was it 46 to 15, 13, 103?
It's Hawker breaking clear out there at half-back for Essendon. Kicks it around towards the wing. Just couldn't hold the mark over the top of the pack. Once again, it's Kane. A hand pass to Cloak. He's grabbed by Bahajar, but still gets it down to that half-forward line. Oh, Danaher overran the ball. Down goes Crow. It is finally picked up by Walsh of Essendon out wide towards the wing position, but no one there for the Bombers, and an easy mark taken there by Rains. Well, they're completely bewildered at the moment, Essendon. Ball shot across there to centre half forward. A chance for Simon Madden to mark, and he does at centre half back. 21 goals, 20, 146 Richmond to Western 15, 13, 103. Back to centre field, and a great mark there to Landy. They've really got their confidence up now, the Tigers. They're playing great football. There it is in replay. A great mark. Long kick over centre half forward. Ball tapped to the ground that time, and a free kick will go out there to Essendon. It'll be Clark to take the free kick. This Essendon defence is under plenty of pressure now with this Tiger attack bombarding the goals. Out wide, coming into metre to Strawn. They've got no one to kick it to. Finally, it's pushed away by Copping, but Strawn showing too much strength. That's how the Tigers have been going since about halfway through the third quarter. Let him go around. He's going to kick a goal here, I would say. Over to Bartlett. There's one coming up now. That's a goal to Bartlett. Goal number 4. And the Tigers are now 22 goals, 20, 152. To Essendon, 15, 13, 103.
Watch it in replay. Strawn streaming down the field. And you can't give Bartlett any latitude at all. He doesn't need much. He doesn't need many kicks to be a very effective player, Kevin Bartlett. And there he is receiving, I'm sure, a well-earned drink.
Game number 365 today, Peter.
Well, he'd probably get 400 the way he's going. Umpire Kevin Smith comes in to bounce the ball at the 21-minute mark of the final term. Richmond running right away with this match of the day here at the MCG. Knocked down by Crow. Rolling's tackling. The ball comes out to Rains. Here's Wiley again. Can it be a goal from 50 metres out? Close. 4 points. Wiley, 7 goals. 23-20, 158. It's an annihilation for 15-13, 103. In replay, let's watch that goal, and it's interesting to note that the greatest difference before three-quarter time between the two sides was 14 points. How quickly the fortunes of football can change.
And that was held by the Bombers in the second quarter, about halfway through, but since then the Tigers are starting, well, they've gradually wore them down, Pete.
It's 55 points the difference now in our match of the day on Sevens Big League. The bounce down favours Cloak. Crow gets up high to knock it to either Bahajar or Watson. They actually gave it to each other as Fowler goes forward for Essendon into the goal square. Sutton flies and takes a good grab in the goal square. Daryl Sutton finding his feet now on his new side to Waitman. And Richmond finishing full of running. Players streaming down the field in 3s and 4s. Cloak gives it over to Rollings. Essendon looking very flat-footed at the moment. To Rioli. The former West Australian from 35 metres out puts another one on the board. Oh, it's raining goals at the MCG. 24-20, 164 to 15-13, 103.
61 points the difference. Watch this in replay. There she goes. Rollings taking that pass from Cloak, and Rioli pouncing it on the first bounce, and a left footer right through the middle. And that's the pattern now for the Tigers. They're looking $1 million.
Sevens Big League at the MCG, 61 points the difference after that goal to Maurice Rioli.
And we're at the 23-minute mark. Knocked out that time by Justin Madden, but to no avail. It's pushed on out there towards the wing position. The umpire's found a free kick. It'll go to Richmond. It'll go to Brian Wood. They can't do a thing right at the moment, Essendon. And the Tigers are making them look like hacks as the ball goes out towards that half-forward line. Mark to done. Oh, they look slow, Essendon, at the moment. Make the Magpies look quick.
No.
Comment from Peter Landy. Waiting on Dunn from about 30 metres out from goal. There's the kick into the goal square. Punched away that time by Simon Madden. The ball is out of bounds in the forward pocket, about 20 metres around from the Richmond goal. At the moment, the Tigers are 164 points to Essendon 103 as we approach the 24-minute mark of this last quarter. Justin Madden against Roach. Roach got the tap down, and it'll go through for a point. So the Tigers move on to 24 goals, 21, 165. To Essendon, 15, 13, 103 as we wait now for the ball to come back into play by Duckworth. Roach in front, couldn't hold the mark. It's tapped down to Rawlings. Rawlings gives it a tap over now, looking there for Cloak, but coming in to meet it is Justin Madden. He's in a bit of trouble here, the big fella, that gets a hand pass out to Carey. Carey goes for a short pass, and there's a no mark. It could be a free kick there to Crow.
Yes.
Crow to take the free kick, dead in front, only about 30 metres out, and he's already kicked one goal, but he hasn't had a great day today. This is kick number 5 for Crow. He's played in quite a few positions. He's been in the ruck, down there on the forward line, and down in defence at centre-half back. Let's see what he can do with this kick, because they badly need one now to make their score look a bit respectable. Oh, there it is. It's nearly out of bounds. It's through for 1 point, and the Bombers move on to 15, 14, 104. To Richmond, 24 goals, 21, 165.
Well, what an annihilation. I certainly wouldn't have predicted that at three-quarter time. Such a close game it had been. Sutton kicking the ball clear of hand and foot towards the outer side of the ground. Short pass. Ineffective, actually. And an Essendon player getting ridden into the ground. Let's see who that is. Was it going to be a free kick to Landy, is it? No, Egan has it. Right half back flank. Stoneham in front. Has the mark to Watson. Essendon skipper today. He'll care to forget this match now. Gary Foulds is on centre wing. Kicking right into the sun. It's been magnificent here today. Sutton was the flyer at the back. Going through. Hawker, who started so well for Essendon, has another pot shot at goals, and that one I think is bouncing through for the Bombers. It is. It's full points. Hawker has kicked 5 goals now for Essendon. A pretty good performance from him. And the scores now. As we check them, it will be Richmond 24-21, 165 to Essendon 16-14, 110. In replay, Hawker scouting well to the left foot and bouncing through. At the 26-minute mark of the final quarter, umpire Kevin Smith comes in to bounce the ball with the difference now 55 points. Wiley, half forward again for the Tigers, and Carey takes the mark unopposed for Essendon. Well, what a change came over this match so very quickly. Walsh in front, knocked away by Jess. It goes to Cloak, in fact past him and taken by Bahajar. Back to Eustace, well caught by Wiley. Assistance from Barry Rawlings, and it will be a Richmond free kick to be taken by Wiley. Puts it short. Rains started slowly, but after half-time has been a very good player. Emmett Dunn from the back. No, can't beat Danaher. The 2 number 5s. Terry Danaher right at full back for Essendon. Gets them out of the danger zone momentarily. Looks for Madden. He found him, but Madden couldn't complete the mark. Going through is Stoneham, and Stoneham's kick up towards the centre field area.
And it's knocked out better towards Foulds at half back. He's in a bit of trouble. He tries to scoop it back. Let's see whether a Bomber players. Oh, Madden sport his own man that time. Finally, it's picked up here now by Wiley running to an open goal. Down there towards the forward pocket, Bartlett and Danaher going after. It'll beat them both, and the ball is out of bounds. They've put up a tremendous performance this quarter. Richmond kicking 9 goals, 3, and to the Bombers 2 goals, 1. Completely annihilated them. Justin Madden against Dunn. Umpires found a free kick. It'll go there to Madden. Doesn't quite know where he is. I think he's like the rest of the Essendon players. They're all stunned by the Richmond performance of this last quarter. Cloak at the back. Got the mark. He pushed about 6 out the way. The umpire's call play on. Goes for a short pass out there to Waitman. He's upended by Carey. Carey gives a bad hand pass, and they're making mistakes now as Waitman goes for a beauty, showing him how to do it to Egan. And another goal coming up for Shaw. He's missed it. What's it matter now? It's all over bar the shouting as we approach the 28-minute mark. 24 goals, 22, 166 Richmond to Essendon 16, 14, 110. And it's been a great game up till three-quarter time when it was nip and tuck all the way, but the Tigers started to accelerate, and of course it looked as though the Bombers had the brakes, and they've taken a complete nosedive since three-quarter time. Short kick over there to Fowles. Another hand pass back there to Stoneham under plenty of pressure here as he gets a hand pass back to Eustace. Oh, he's fumbled it, but now he recovers out there at half-back and finally drives the ball back around towards the wing position. Big Madden gets his hands to it, punched on by Walsh, comes out in to Watson, but he's no certain to pick it up now. He's got it, and he goes down. On his back there was Landy. In goes Strawn, tries to bar, got one across the head, and of course he'll take a free kick. I think he may have overacted a bit, but he's got it. So 29 minutes gone, and Richmond 24-22 to Essendon 16-14 as the ball is sent back there towards the centre field position. Egan got his hands to it, couldn't hold it. Back it goes to Carey now at centre field. Another short pass. Not a good one. Oh, well played by Landy. Down goes Justin Madden. There's Mr. Magic going now. Rioli looked for someone as he drives it well up there towards that forward pocket. And he's given it to Bartlett. Bartlett couldn't see it for the sun, but now he's clear. Bartlett hooks the ball back there towards Roach, or Taylor it is. No, it's Smith. He's going to pay a mark to him, or a free kick. Players finding it very difficult there, but Guy is played on, and the umpire, what a foolish thing to do by Smith that time. This allows the ball to be picked up by Essendon, driven up there now by Duckworth. Flying high was Welsh, couldn't hold the mark. Richmond players all over the place. We see Rains get a good hand pass out there to Wiley. A long driving kick down there towards the forward pocket, over the head of that time little Waitman on the boundary line of Smith over to Waitman. An easy goal. Goal number 2 to Waitman. And the Tigers now 25 goals, 22, 172 to Essendon 16, 14, 110. And we're about 13 and a half minutes into this last quarter. Good hand pass that time by Smith and a goal. Well, this crowd here have certainly been entertained for three quarters, and the Tigers are thrilling their fans because they've put on a superlative display in this last quarter, kicking 10 goals, 4 to the Bombers, 2 goals, 1. Bahajar caught, couldn't get clear. Rioli coming out. Only a free kick to Watson. And I think Watson takes the free kick at centre field again for Essendon. Should imagine their coach would be very disappointed on their last quarter display. Flying high was Crow. They've dropped quite a few marks. Landy's grabbed around the neck, and he'll take the free kick a little short of centre half back. Decides to go out wide, looking there for Wood, one of the Tigers' best players all day. But they've had many good players, I'll tell you that now. Their little men have been superb. And so has Cloak. He's played a great captain's game as the ball is punched on that time by Duckworth. Roach overruns it. Madden can't pick it up. Now Rioli's coming out. He's grabbed, slung to the ground. Finally picked up by Carey, showing a bit of dash. There's not many of them got that in the Bomber lineup, I'll tell you now. Out towards Thompson, takes the mark. Nearly went over it too. So did Strawn believe that. Finally pulls him to the ground. It could be a penalty, but there's the siren. At the end of the match, we see a good win. A great win to Richmond. 25 goals, 22, 172 to Essendon 16, 14, 110.